Welcome in, buckle in, tune that grip. PHG World Series Season 4, let it rip. 4 wheels, hard lines, one more lap. Hear that chant, shake the whole room back. PHG, PHG, say it again. From the first green light to the very end. We came for the smoke, came for the pace, came for the chase, came for the race. So if you hear that roar in the back of your mind, that's the feel coming up on the inside. PHG, PHG, let it ride. Season 4, and it's ours tonight. Start, line tremble, gloves on tight, hands on the wheel and the whole room bright. Break points carved like cuts in stone, every turn got a name of its own. Close draft breath in the mirror glow, one bad move and the pack swings low. Check that line, keep the rear end live, you don't survive here, you drive and drive. PHG in the chant, let it ring, every lap got a hungry thing. Engine shout with a razor edge, we run that edge, we live that edge. Now the tension climbs, now the gridlock's tight. Hear the crowd lean in, feel that first turn bite. PHG, PHG, stomp that name. PHG, PHG, we came for the flame. PHG, PHG, shout it loud. PHG, PHG, shake the crowd. Wheel to wheel, we don't back down. PHG, PHG, take the crown. PHG, PHG, right here now. PHG, PHG, hear that sound. Lap by lap, we own this night. PHG, PHG, all fight. And a hard red stare, one late break and you're hanging there. Tiny mistakes turn into scars, cut too close and you're seeing stars. But the pack keeps coming mean and fast, every second feels like the last. Heat in the seat, no room to freeze, we move like wolves through the S-curve squeeze. PHG in the walls and the bones and the hiss and the crowd and the chrome tone. Say my name with the night on back, we don't drift off, we attack. Listen close. This is where it changes. This is where the calm gets stripped away. One corner, one breath, one heartbeat against a wall of engines. If you came for safe, you came wrong. If you came for slow, you stayed home. PHG is here, and the whole season starts now. Shout it loud, shake the crowd. Wheel to wheel, we don't back down. Take the crown, right here now. Hear that sound, lap by lap, we own this night. All fight, let it fade, but the mark we made won't wash away. Season 4, still in your chest. First lap curse and the final test. One last cry, till the checker drops from the sky. We were here, you heard the call. We started all. Welcome to the grid, where the names don't fade, where the first turn shakes and the brave get made. PHG in the air, hear the whole room call. Season 4 tonight, yeah, we came to ball. Chrome on the nose and the tires scream. Every lap a test, every corner a dream. Legends in the lane with the pressure on. When the lights go down, we're already gone. PHG, PHG, let it ring through the dome. Bring that fire to the track, bring it all back home. Drivers on edge, eyes locked, hands cold. One more shot at glory, one more story told. Coming on tight, heart loud on my chest. Nerves like a wire, but I never rest. Grid full of ghosts with the title to keep, and the whole world waiting when the red lights sleep. Every move sharp, every line stays clean. Close on the inside, cut through the seam. PHG. PHG. Feel it shake now. PHG. One breath, one line, one chance to shine. No backing off. It's go time. Go time. PHG. Let it ride. Legends race here, nowhere to hide. PHG. Feel the flame. Season 4, we all know the name. PHG. Take the crown when the lights hit red. We don't slow down. PHG. Hear that roar. The legends race here. And we want more. Late apex pressure, I'm cutting it close. Paint on the bumper, I'm ghost to the ghost. They want my line, but I've been that raw. One hard pass and the whole room cool. Burnt out rubber on the edge of the fight. Every lap counts in the dead of night. If the pack comes close, I don't move back. I hit that gap like a clean attack. Hear that chant now. PHG. Feel it shake now. PHG. One breath, one line, one chance to shine. No backing off. It's go time. PHG. Let it ride. Legends race here, nowhere to hide. PHG. Feel the flame. Season 4, we all know the name. PHG. Take the crown when the lights hit red. We don't slow down. PHG. Hear that roar. Legends race here. And we want more. Yeah. Look at that lineup. Look at that pressure. This is where the fast learn fear and the fearless learn speed. PHG, World Series Season 4. Not a warm-up, not a preview. This is the race. This is the run. This is where legends move. Take the signal, lock the pace.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to, what is this, round 6, final qualifying for round 6 of the PHG World Series. I am T-Case, and I'm joined in the booth by Q and S7R's Nuke. Q, how are you doing this evening?
Doing pretty good. Thanks for having me. How are you doing this evening, T-Case?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. Good chatting with y'all previously. Prior to this race. S7R's Nuke, welcome. How are you doing?
Hey, thanks, T-Case. Thanks for having me. It's going to be fun hanging out with y'all tonight. Nice warm evening here on the East Coast, so looking forward to some good action on the track.
Indeed. It's warm here in the middle of the country. Well, the southern middle of the country in South Texas. It's been a doozy this summer. I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm looking forward to fall. So we have Spa, one of my all-time favorite tracks. Q, how are you feeling about Spa?
I like the track. I think Spa is well, I'm biased. I like pretty much all the tracks with GT3 cars, but I think it's a great flow track. Through the middle section of the track, it's really good to get into like a nice rhythm. So I like that about it.
Indeed.
It's not a track where the curbs are trying to kill you, so
no,
it's always fun.
You want to use the curbs, not abuse them. You can just
watch out for those bollards.
They'll send you flying. That I didn't know that was a thing, and I remember I cut the corner after the long hairpin at the beginning of the track and sent my car I think it's No Name Corner, sent my car flying and caught me by surprise. Looks like we're getting started. We got Talon, Corridor, Flux Flare, and NVR's Hot Air, along with Fernando B, getting ready to qualify in the Group 1 cars. Nuke, what are your thoughts about Group 1 around Spa?
Well, just listening to my teammates run the different cars, you mentioned curbs. I think some of these cars are going to not likely be curbs at all. So I think they're going to have to be careful with that. Otherwise, it's fast. They're running some really fast times.
Indeed. Looks like Corridor's the first to get out onto the track. Plenty of space behind him. Other drivers are bunched up. Now, I didn't watch qualifying last night. I was too busy running my lobbies. Did either of you catch some qualifying or participate in qualifying yesterday?
I
Yeah.
did not. I helped. I helped Mr. Racing do some testing, but I'm actually going to be out of town this weekend and not able to race. So I did not quali last night. But I could tell you I probably would have qualified about third.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I watched it, most of it anyway, and I even jumped in the lobby and did a couple of laps and crashed. I don't have any intention to race this weekend. I don't think I'm gonna be able to, but I couldn't help jump in the lobby and try to do a lap or so, a couple laps.
I am in love with Flux Flare's livery here. That is
nice.
absolutely gorgeous.
Legendary, some might say.
Ah, I see what you did there. So the Peugeot, this is a newly added Group 1 car based on the IMSA series. Big thing about this car, when it first showed up to IMSA, 2 or 3 years ago, it was the only car without a rear wing. And they found in the regulations that you didn't have to have a rear wing. It's just something everybody's been doing. And I think they ran most of the season without it, and they weren't terrible, but clearly they decided there's a reason everybody has a rear wing, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, the extra downforce is can be used in many places.
Yeah, I haven't driven this car yet, so you did some practicing, Nuke. What did you gather from running some laps around here?
I wasn't
you
actually
just-
in the car. I was in the lobby with Truth while he was doing some practice, and he was talking about this, the different characteristics, and I think you're going to see a lot of people in this in the new car here. It was probably the more stable of the bunch with respect to being able to ride the curves, but it a little bit different driving style on it as far as how you enter and exit the turns, but you can definitely get some lap pace out of this car.
Yeah, indeed. This is maybe one of the few tracks that I will tolerate driving a Group 1 car. I really don't typically care for downforce, but driving around here with some downforce is always a good time. So we got
Is this an all-wheel drive car?
Great question. I do not know the answer.
I wonder if the chat knows the answer to that question.
I have a sneaky feeling it is.
Based on tire wear, it's pretty even all the way across. Even though he's, on his first flying lap.
Wid says yes.
Okay. All-wheel
Well,
drive.
I don't believe it.
Hybrid makes it all.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you all. For those watching, if you don't mind hitting that like and subscribe button, I'd greatly appreciate it. As Corridor comes across the line with a 203.549, Talon will be next. Flux Flare, sorry. And then, wow, P4 for Talon. Hot Air in P2 and Corridor in P3. Fernando B across the line with a 205.152. So Flux Flare leading the way.
First 4 times across the line are pretty tight though for the first lap, so I'm actually pretty impressed that they're that tight.
Absolutely, definitely more time to be gained in this qualifying session. Wid is otherworldly with a 147.188. So something to shoot for. Something to shoot for.
Still pales in comparison. I think Mullet threw down like a 135 last night.
Oh,
I'm not going to
and
talk about the car that he was in, but that was the time that was up on.
he did not meet regulations.
Maybe it just skirted the rules a little bit.
And that's part of racing. is finding any loophole that you can. Like if
God,
there's
what is
nothing
a
in the
fish?
rules about running softs on the rear and mediums on the front, why not? You might get away with something there.
Yeah, it might have been a bit more than that, but maybe.
Maybe.
It's
So yeah, 202 though. I think that's a pretty good time to come in out of the gate. These guys, given kind of how tight they are, I've got to assume there's some practice going on and a good amount of preparation. Have you guys seen any lobbies pop open for practice?
No, I have not. Corridor went into the pits after he set his lap, so Corridor's on his out lap. Flux Flare. Talon moves up. Hot Air now up into P1 with a 202.861. Fernando B coming across the line. Able to improve, but still P5 in the standings, just over a second from Corridor with a 204.552.
Does anybody know what car Wood qualified in last night?
No, I don't think he qualified last night. That's still his time from.
Is that the previous week?
Yeah, that's.
Okay.
Oh,
I was gonna say.
Well, hold on,
wow.
let me see if I can refresh that. I didn't realize that.
Because I thought he was out of town. I was surprised to see the time up there. I was like, hey.
Yeah, I guess it hasn't been updated. So we'll get stuff after this. Papa just told me I can't. So ignore the ticker.
Oh,
Ignore it.
I thought maybe we were going to give Whit the option to just keep his time.
No, it's gone. It's gone now. I've taken it away.
Wait, I'll keep that time. I don't mind.
Yeah, right.
Hey, brother.
They'll still run a time with a 1 that starts with a 1. You watch.
Hot Air, is he able to improve? Flux Flare takes pole, but Hot Air unable to improve. That puts Flux on top. Talon, NP3. So Corridor will be on a flyer now, having gone to the pits already.
I don't think that little group or collection of drivers that just came by the start finish, they're not going to have time to make it back around one more time. So I think this will be the last lap for them. Corridor will have plenty of time to make it back. But then he'll be on his last lap as well.
I like Spa it's the perfect length of a track. Like, it's not too short. Like, I love Road Atlanta, but Road Atlanta, you're putting down a lot of laps. And then you go to like Le Mans, and that's too long. Spa though, Spa's right there in that perfect middle of a solid 2-minute lap time, depending on the car, maybe closer to 2.5, 3.
Yeah, I agree with you actually. For me, anywhere between like 1:45 and 2, maybe 2.5 minutes is good. Longer than that, yeah, I think it's just a little. The race feels like it gets a bit monotonous. And shorter than that, yeah, there's just not. I don't think there's just enough. I guess interesting elements to the lap. You know,
Mr. Casual points it out perfectly. Hashtag attention span issues, and he couldn't be more right.
Yeah. Like, for me, I really dislike, maybe that's too strong of a framing, but I don't like Le Mans
I
It's
don't.
just
I
a ton of
don't.
straights with one short twisty section. Like, oh man,
I'm
bored
really good
a
at the
couple laps
straights.
in.
I'm really good at the straights at Le Mans.
Looks like Talon set a better time, but did not improve his position overall.
Let's see, Corridor was purple. We're gonna stay on board with him. See if he's able to improve. He should be coming across another. Oh no, not till the end. He's in that final sector. Mr. Racing in the chat asking if that's Nuke also. That is Nuke.
What's up, Mr. Racing?
What's up, Mr. Racing?
Corridor.
He's probably going to be about 3 or 4 tenths short of his own time, I think.
Oh.
You called it. 4/10.
And
But
that's
some good.
that.
That's a good session to get us started there. Those are some pretty good times that the rest of the, racers can chase.
You want to take us through those times, Q?
Yeah, sure. For the 5 competitors that joined this session here, we got Flux Flare out in front, sitting on pole for right now, with 2 minutes, 2 seconds, 0.649. Just about 2 tenths behind Flux is NVR Hot Air, with a 2 minute, 2 second, 0.861. And just behind that, less than 1/10 of a second behind is Talon with a 202.904. Corridor coming in about 6 tenths behind at a 2 minutes, 3 second, 0.549. And then Fernando at 2 minutes, 4 seconds, 0.552. So really a pretty tight session there. If that's a sign of things to come, we could see some really good racing.
Indeed. I mean, it's what we've gotten all season. It's what we've gotten all season. So wouldn't be the least bit surprised that this race is a banger, just like all the others.
Well, and this is a really good track, in my opinion, for racing. Lots of opportunities for overtakes. Like I said, the curbs aren't trying to kill you, so you can abuse track limits to the extent that it helps, get some passes done. There's not all corners, but there's some corners where the outside line, switch back to the inside line. So you get some interesting things where if you can hang it out there on the outside line, now you've got the advantage going to the inside on the next corner and things like that. So it's a good track for some side-by-side racing, some exciting racing.
It looks like we have a battle of who goes next. PHG Raider in his golfed out Peugeot. And then Dan in his pretty standard looking Peugeot in the RCC. I didn't know what Peugeot or Opel were until one of the Need for Speed games I got for PC back in the day. It was right before Need for Speed Porsches Unleashed came out. So I'm not sure which one it was, but you started out, you either got to be in a Peugeot or an Opel were the 2 cars you got to choose from. And I remember being like, I don't even know what these cars are.
What was that? The game?
It was one of the Need for Speeds, yeah. Before they went wild, which is my favorite era of Need for Speed.
Man,
the wild era.
I'm not familiar with that.
It was like it
here.
wasn't Hot Pursuit. It was, I want to say it was like a Need for Speed 3. And then shortly after that, they came out with Need for Speed Porsches Unleashed. And then they did Underground 2. And then that's when they got into the import scene heavily.
Okay.
But prior to that, they were more European style race cars.
Well, if anybody's taken any notes on some of my sessions, they'll know I'm pretty sheltered. Like I've played a lot of GT7. I haven't played a lot of other games, especially like racing games, but even other games I've played some.
Really?
Not a ton. Yeah.
What
about you? I was gonna see Nuke.
Yeah.
Have you played any other racing games other than GT7?
No, I'm predominantly GT7. Started playing again when GT Sport was out, and obviously GT7. I've run some laps on ACC. I've been playing around with Project Motor Racing here as of late a little bit. They're doing a lot of updates to that. And it's getting better. There's just not a lot of online traction right now, but they've been making a ton of updates to it, and the physics are feeling a lot better. They just
Okay.
put out another power pack yesterday. So
Okay.
depending on what you purchased, if you got the gold plan when you bought it, a lot of those power packs are coming to you for free.
So is that on PC or console?
It's on
Project Motor?
It's on.
well, I think it's a cross-platform actually, but it's
Yeah.
on PlayStation also.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
is Jester. He switched and he's been sticking with it and making content on it through every update. And it started out bad, but he stuck with it. And
Yeah.
now hearing you talk about that, the physics are starting to feel right. Because I was super pumped for that game. I was ready for it. And then
Well, there's a lot of people were.
I was so glad I didn't buy it. But now
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't have that many hours on it, but we used to, back in the days when sport was getting really old. There's a bunch of us from Sector 7 that did some ACC racing. Just kind of on our own, threw up a lobby up and raced. I mean, it's fun, but the damn game's complicated, right?
Yeah, you have to do so much.
Yeah.
I just want to race. Yeah. I don't want to go
Right.
through 10 setup menus. And people are like, well, you can look up the setups. It's like, well, I don't even want to do that. Like, I just want to play. PHG Raider gonna take us off. Yeah, I've been a racing game. Racing games have always been my favorite type of game. Ever since I like Mario Kart on Nintendo. Went through and once GameCube, PS2, Xbox came out, that's when the racing games really started to pop off on console. Prior to that, it was always PC, and so I played several PC racing games. And, I remember I used to be really good at driving using the WASD, W forward, A left, D right, S brake, and reverse, spacebar handbrake. And that's what I was playing that Need for Speed game on with the Peugeots was on keyboard like that. But I got a wheel early on with a piece of, like, no force feedback or anything, but had a wheel in middle school, and then much later in life went back to it. So much fun.
So what's your setup now then?
I have the DD Pro with 2 different rims, other than the one that came with it with the load cell, which is great. But I started with the Thrustmaster T150, and then after a few years upgraded to the Fanatec. How about yourself, Nuke?
I started out with the G29, and then I graduated to CSL Elite, which was the belt-driven, still wheel, and then now I've got the Club Sport DD Plus.
Oh, nice.
So I like my Popeye arms,
Yeah.
Gotta keep in shape.
Not me. I turned that down. I got the 8 Newton meters, and I was like, what was I thinking? I don't need 8 Newton meters. Are you kidding me? I never use all 8.
I've got my old setup up at the cabin, so I call it the cabin rig, which is my CSL Elite. And I get up there, and I just feel like it's so weak,
the room.
It's just like, there's no feedback at all, even though it's like 5 Newton meters still, it doesn't feel like there's anything there compared to the Club Sport DD Plus. So.
Is that 15 then? The DD Plus?
Yeah, it's 15, but you can now with this software upgrade they got out right now. I think it goes up to like 18.
Wow.
I can't run it. I don't run it full. I mean, I run about 100% in the game, and then depending on the rim I'm using.
Right.
So like if I'm using my V25 rim, I usually have it about 50% on my base. If I'm using my Porsche rim, I'm usually like 65, 68.
Yeah.
The larger the diameter, the more feedback you can stand, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
on that small wheel, that V25, you got to be
That
careful
thing's
because you can hurt
tiny,
yourself.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 270 millimeters. It's really small.
Okay.
And you got to be careful with it because if you snap a curb, that thing pops out of your hand if you got your feedback up, and you can yank a thumb pretty quick.
Yeah. I got my finger stuck. I have the R300 rim, leather rim with the V2 hub, and it's got bigger paddle shifters than I'm used to, and I got my finger between
Nice time.
the shifter and the rim, and it jerked. Oh my goodness, it hurt so bad. Very nice lap from Raider.
That first lap from Raider is good enough for P4 right now, just behind Talon. Talon ran a 9:04.
Now, I got to meet Raider in real life, and he was decked out head to toe in Gulf gear, so the livery matches the man. I got to meet him along with so many others at the 24 Hours of Daytona. Y'all, if you're able to get tickets and find accommodations, come down to the 24 Hours of Daytona at the beginning of the year. It's a great time, and a huge number of us in the GT7 community get together every year down there, and it's a good time.
Yeah, I saw the pictures and stuff you guys posted. It did look like a good time.
I've been going for 3 years. And first year was just me and my brother. We just went for the race. And then that's when I got connected with Turbo, who goes every year. So we started camping with Turbo. So I've camped a few years with Turbo, and now that's kind of the thing. But even if you can just go for Saturday, Sunday, and get a cheap hotel, like, it's worth it. It's so much fun.
Yeah, and that was when you guys went. I think that was between weeks 1 and 2 of season 3 or something like
Yes,
that.
it was planned around it.
Yeah, and so, like, I had just started racing with you guys, just starting to get to know, a couple of people, whatever. And even then, I was like, man, that looks like fun. I
Yeah.
can totally go hang out with these dudes. So, yeah, maybe next year, this upcoming year, I'll see if I can make it down.
Yeah, it's great. And I got to meet several new people this past year that weren't camping with us. Like, I got to meet new people who were camping with us, but also Ghost Viper Gaming, Raider wasn't staying with us. Got to meet Raider, Dan Schechter, got to meet him. All people within the community who weren't necessarily part of our group, but just in the area. CMB, he and his son go and camp every year. Just a lot of fun. It's a good time. I'm excited. In the end of July, I'm going up to Road America to spend 4 days with Salamander and his family. We're going to go to Road America and watch the IMSA races there.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time, too.
It's like, if you live close to a track, just get out there. There's so many other things in the huge events. Like, I go to COTA for WEC. That's the biggest event I go to at COTA. Everything else is the smaller stuff, and it's so much fun when there's not huge crowds and you can get access to so much stuff. And like, the people who are there are just racing because they love it. They're barely getting paid, and it's just it's really fun.
Yeah, it would, and that's kind of in my neck of the woods too. Unfortunately, I think I'll be out of town when that's going on. Maybe try to come see you guys.
Yeah, we'll be there Thursday through Sunday.
What are the dates?
It's like July 30th through August 2nd or something like that.
I get back in town. I think the 30th. But yeah,
Woo!
We'll see.
0.013 improvement from Mr. Raider, 202.897. Yeah, I can't wait. Sal, it's gonna be a blast. Yeah, Papa pointing out Turbo or Turtle, Mr. Turtle Shell, and PHG Arrow were two others that were there at Daytona. Also, Hector was there. Hector's a really cool guy, aka PHG Speed Burner, and an improvement again by Raider.
You're probably not giving Raider enough love here. He's putting down some good times, and interestingly enough, he did not did not go into the pit.
Yeah.
Yep. So staying out on the tires he has, which they're not terrible, but I think that's the two different approaches we'll see. As you know, I think maybe half the people or so are going to choose to take that pit stop, and the other half will just forego it, lay down as many good laps as they can.
Noticed he's running stability management as an assist. I didn't really catch to see what the other guys are running in the first group.
Yeah, good call.
That brings up. I use ASM and stability management when I do Daytona Trioval or Space X or whatever it's called. Those are the only time I use those. But I'm not super familiar with what they actually do.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, it's engaging because it's red, so
Yeah, it's doing something.
I don't think you want.
I don't think
that
he's
when
going to
you're on
improve on
straight,
this lap.
You're on a flat out section.
SpaceX Route X, is that what it's called? Route X?
Special stage.
Special stage. So you know what I'm talking about. The crazy big one.
That's
Special
Hover's
stage.
favorite track.
It's a great track.
No, it's not.
I don't hate it. I like the nitrous races there. I like the nitrous races. They're fun.
Those can be fun, yeah.
Those are. I get a lot of wins at those races.
Let's go back to Mr. Casual's comment.
Attention span issue.
Attention span issue.
But I don't have to pay attention. Awesome.
That's a good enough time to put Raider up in P3 right now for the GR1s.
Yeah. Good call.
Let's see. There we go. 5 drivers.
So, sticking with the theme of staying right tight in that group.
Yeah.
This is going to be competitive, exciting. And you said Witt is out of town this week?
No, he's been out of town. I think he'll qualify tonight, but he's been out of town all weekend and early part of this week.
I just heard hearts break all across the land.
Well, I think technically he could not run the last 2 races and still.
No, that's nonsense. We can't allow that to happen.
Just technically.
Yeah. Hey, real quick.
He's a little bit of step on the throat kind of guy, though.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
I said he's a little bit step on the throat kind of guy, though. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, from a viewer's perspective, I know it's good to watch. Watch him lay down some good laps, and his racing is always fun to watch. So, from a viewer's perspective, I'd like to see him in it, but at the same time, I think we will see good racing regardless. But always good to see Witt involved. Hey, real quick, let me ask you guys something, just to make sure that there's no issues. I've got a window open in my office. There's somebody mowing next door. You guys hear that? Do I need to shut my window?
No, all I hear is the car on the track, but that could be the lawnmower because he's driving slow. So we'll find out in just a moment, but I don't think so. I'm not seeing anything on my end. I'm not seeing anything in the data to suggest.
Good. Just wanted to make sure.
There we have it.
PHG I don't hear anything.
Yeah, you're good. Thank you for considering. So Raider with a 202.897. What did you say that was good enough for?
P3.
P3, well done to Raider. We need more drivers in the Group 1 cars. Come one, come all. We will be closing the doors in exactly 2 hours and 28 minutes. I do not stay open late. So get in here and get it done.
Looking back at the results from last night, we got Jorge is on the pole. Mullet qualified P2, Diablo P3, Shaggy was P4, Vetterdan's P5, Drobo was 6, and PHG Stamps was 7. So that's your lobby 1 right now for GR3.
It looks like
Yeah, we'll see if we
Dan.
get any more. Oh, there's a couple. Dan's coming in right now with the Group 3 car. So we maybe get some more action in the Group 3 bracket here.
I heard something about folks getting another shot to run, because I think there was somebody last night that ran that had some track restriction, and they were going to let him run again. So I don't know. I was a little confused to see, some of the folks that are in the lobby, because they'd already posted times, so maybe they get to do it again. I guess that's a Shaggy question.
That's a Shaggy Dooster.
I just told you guys that somebody's mowing next door. A crazy storm is blowing in right now with tons of rain and wind, and the guy's still out there trucking around on his mower.
Get it done.
Yeah.
The car just looks slow compared to what we were just watching.
Yep, it looks very slow. Looks very slow.
Have you guys ever actually done a track day in Group 4, Group 3, anything like that? TKs, I know you've got your Miata. It's a Miata, right?
Yeah, I do autocross, and I've gotten to drive it at COTA once, just one lap, and that was awesome. But no, I've never gotten to drive any type of race car. My brother, for his birthday this past weekend, his friends took him, and he got an hour and a half in a Porsche 911 road car. But on their test track in South Atlanta, you got to do track time, autocross time, and skid track time. I was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
How about you, Nuke?
No, I've not done any like GR3, GR4. I've done some. I've run Charlotte in a cup car, but that's it.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds cool. The program I have was like 8 laps, and you had to follow another car, right?
Yeah.
And so they told us in the training session and everything that the best you could do was your best lap would be a 140 mile an hour lap, right? And I can remember I still got the video. First time I sent that car into turn 1, I was like, the seat was like pulling up inside of me a little bit, I think. But then, it was like the car just blew right through the turn, and it was like, this is amazing, right? And by the 3rd lap, I'm like, let's go. Because if you got too close to the instructor, he would slow down. You had to stay 3 car lengths. 3 car lengths was your distance. So if you got too close, he'd slow down. If you were too far away, he'd slow down.
Yeah.
Right. So in fact, I'm walking over. I'm looking at my certificate on the wall. I got it over here next to my rig, and my lap time is 139.93. That was my lap.
That's awesome.
Average speed. So I got the most out of that. But that's the only thing I've done. Is one of those types of experiences. Nothing with the road cars.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that
Unfortunate
sounds
for Dan there.
I mean,
He picked up the pen going through. I always call it Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge and Radion. Baton and Radion. And then onto the Camel Straight.
The Camel Straight. There we go.
So during NRL, I was purposely saying Camel to see if anybody would notice, and sure enough, one person in chat was like, "Is TK saying Camel?" Oh, they got me. They got me. They know what they're talking about. Q, have you done any type of racing or any track time? Has he gone to watch his neighbor?
Maybe he's closing his window because it's raining so hard.
No competitive lap time is going to get put down here by Dan, unfortunately, serving this penalty.
Times you have left. Well, he's got plenty. He's got time though.
He's only halfway. The tire wear doesn't look bad. I imagine he stays out.
Yeah, he's burning that fuel. Let's see. What I have on here, he ran a 2:18.548 last night. It looks like. That is better, Dan, right?
You know what? I don't know if that is actually. No, this is.
No way.
Radical Racer.
Oh,
Radical
okay.
Racer. I'm not familiar. It is an alt account because it was like an EB DRSR situation. Oh, Mini Mullet. This is the youngster of the Mullet clan.
Oh.
According to Papa. I was unaware such a thing existed.
The Mini Mullet.
Is that just, you just got a little in the back? Q, have you done any real racing or anything like that?
No, I have not.
Dan, come on. That's unfortunate. You have not? Okay. Well, I recommend if you're able to do so. Literally less time at autocross. The guy had a Miata and it was in the shop, and so he brought the family minivan and ran the minivan at autocross. So look up for your local autocross and just give that a fun run.
Yeah. I keep saying I'm going to do something like that. I was actually, we were thinking about doing like a vacation over in Europe.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we will at some point. But I was like, if we go, I need to get on track at
the Nerve.
On the Nordschleife.
Yeah, because you can. I mean, they have a million companies out there where you can rent. Just a GTI and drive a GTI around the track.
Yeah, so I'll probably do that at some point. I just don't know when. But yeah, I shouldn't wait for that. In the meantime, I should try to get going on something.
Exactly.
Local.
Yeah, I have autocross again this Saturday. We had 2 in the month of June. That was an epic spin.
It was.
What that looked like on board. For those VR drivers, they know how nauseating this is.
Just catching up on a couple of chat comments. Raider said he had forgot to turn off his stability. He was testing in the rain earlier.
Ah, that makes a lot of sense.
That makes sense. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, still a heck of a time.
Then he says he likes to do, he doesn't like to pick as he doesn't want to break his rhythm. And I kind of feel the same way.
Yeah.
When I'm doing quality, if I can stand it, I'd rather stay out and, stay in rhythm, because it seems like when I pit, it does break my rhythm also. So a lot of agrees to that comment.
Yep, exactly. I agree.
Yeah, you're kind of weighing the pros and cons between breaking your rhythm and, getting fresh tires. It depends on what the tire wear multiplier is and that kind of thing.
Not looking like an improvement.
Yeah, and I don't think
here.
the wear is too bad here, so it's certainly a viable option. Just stay out, stay in rhythm.
This is going to be one heck of a race. 90 minutes, and we know there's going to be weather.
Yep.
And I think you're going to have, I think, what is it, dark to light, back to dark again, and some weather.
There's no lights around this track. It's all going to be headlights.
I hate that I'm gonna miss it, to be honest.
Yeah, a Spa. I love Spa. It is a magical track. There's something about once you get the flow, and you can almost race it with your eyes closed. Like fantastic. And I like driving in the rain, as long as I have the right tires. Have either of you done race C this week at Le Mans?
No.
I have not.
Yeah. Me
Have
neither.
you?
No, absolutely not. I won't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
I don't think I've done daily races and oh my goodness. Well, I shouldn't say that. I jumped into one lobby with Papa because I saw Papa was streaming and he was in a lobby, and I was like, I bet I could jump in there. And I did, and I did one race, and I think that was it. But before that, it'd probably been a year and a half, something like that.
Ooh,
I
an
know a couple of-
improvement. A 223.953. Go ahead, Nuke.
I'm saying I know a couple of the S7R guys have been running that daily C, and they've been talking pretty favorable about it. Money and higher place. They were mentioning it in the chat. That it's been a lot of fun.
I've been watching McNaughty do it a bit, who should be joining us this evening for qualifying. And I just don't like the track, and I don't like Group 1. So for me, I'm not interested. But last week's race A, the Alpines at Catalunya, I only did 2 races, but man, did I love it. And a big improvement there, almost half a second for Dan.
So I wonder if we can get some insight. Is Mini Mullet running auto trans or manual, or curious here?
Yeah, it kind of seems like automatic the way that gear just shifted like that, but you can't trust what you see on the screen.
Yeah, I thought I picked up like an abnormal shift point, but I could be off. That's what made me question it.
Yeah, but he is running traction control. We don't know how much, but in real life, Group 3 cars do run traction control, so.
Yeah, sometimes there's a lot of, I think, gatekeeping around traction control.
Oh, for sure.
You know, and it's whatever gets you around the track the fastest, I think is the right way to go about it.
Yep. What is the optimal time without it? Of course, but if you're not an optimal driver yet, then you're not going to get that time. It's kind of like using the meta car. Like sometimes using the car that allows you to get around the track is the car to use, not the car that the fastest time was set in. But
Yeah.
Dan, almost up a second. We'll see. Oh, he goes a bit deep into the final chicane. Where is he
Held
going
it
to
in
come
though
out?
pretty good.
And across the line, over
Right.
half a second at 23.290.
That was actually some skillful maneuvering in that last chicane, because certainly drove in deep, but didn't scrub that much time
No.
off handling that last corner of the chicane.
He got it slowed down. Not easy to do in a lot of cases.
Yeah, that's a very respectable time.
Hashtag not last.
Not last.
Indeed.
What was the slowest time last night? 2:23.590 was the slowest time posted last night.
Yep. Speaking of last night, I'm looking at the list of names, but Nasty's livery last night, I think, had me pretty well entertained. Had the French fries on the back of the RCZ. Looked pretty funny. He said that he went with them because they're French for French fries.
Yep. It's the Peugeot fries. Yeah, very good. And Dan in the RCZ with a 223.290. Well done.
Good job, Mini Mullet. Yeah.
Well done. looks like we've got Mr. B. Pabst and Mr. D. Rodriguez in the lobby. I have to think maybe we'll let B. Pabst go next, I'm assuming.
Only time will tell.
So here's my funny story about BPAPs. So it used to be backwards, right? It was TSBAP, right?
Yep.
That was his thing. And so we used to call him, he's been a friend of S7R for a long time. And I coined him as Tablespoon.
Tablespoon.
Yeah,
TBS.
I like it.
Tablespoon. TSB.
Tablespoon.
Yeah. And then instead of like a mini mullet, you've got like teaspoon. So while we wait for this next lobby to start, Nuke, why don't you tell us about some of the other leagues you participate in, or what else you got going on?
Sure. As far as Sector 7 goes, we're in IRO G-Tech, and so we got 2 teams there. We got a split 1 team. That's our Blazers team. And then we have our Tasers team, which is in split 2. Actually, now we have our 3rd team is in split 2 now. Also, we just got called up, the Sector 7 Boomers. That's my team. So we're running in GTech. We're running in GTSC, which is the support league for the IRO. That we're actually running that under the IRO banner. Sector 7's running that. We've got 2 lobbies. They have a race this weekend at Monza, or not at Le Mans. We've got like 5 different teams in that. Again, that was a support league. We're running obviously NRL. We're running PHG World Series. We've got a bunch of guys that are going to run in the VIP league coming up. We're running GTC World Cup. We've got our own internal series. We have a time trial series that we have ongoing all the time. Salamander's participating in that. That's open to everybody. That's been running. This is our 11th season on that. That's my thing. And then we have a new series starting up. It's a Red Bull Junior series.
Okay.
That's going to be starting really quality be this weekend if we get enough participants. But that's being run by Hovercraft. So if you've got some interest in running some Red Bull Juniors, we ran it as an internal series as a pilot. About 4 months ago, and several of the guys, like Truth and Ando, they're like, this is the most fun they had racing in a long time.
Yeah,
with the tire wear and fuel setups, and the
Red Bull
and
Juniors
pit
are the
requirements.
best. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
sounds like a good time.
So that's a Saturday night league. It runs at 9:00 at night. So if you got any interest in that, you can hit me up or hit up Hovercraft, and we can get you signed up for that league. First race is actually going to be on July 11th at the Nürburgring Sprint. 10 times tire wear, 4 times fuel. So, yeah, it'll be a fun series. I'm sure there'll be a lot of folks happy that they've joined that. We've got folks from, a lot of the same players that we see in PHG World Series participating. So you'll be around some familiar drivers. Quite a few S7R guys are going to drive it. So, like I said, if you have any interest in that, let me know.
Awesome.
Yeah, everybody out there in internet land, if you're listening and that sounds fun, you should reach out to Nuke, or where would anybody need to go, to either get in touch with you or
He's been posting on just about everybody's Discord, but they can get in touch with me. They can get in touch with S7R Hovercraft. Hovercraft's running the series, so it's his series. So he would be the best person to get in touch with. But you can reach out to me, and I can get you in the right place. Either way, or any S7R member, really, to be honest with you, that's hanging around in the PHG world, whether it's Truth or Mr. Racing or myself or Hover, or WID. Doesn't matter. We can all get you to the right place.
so.
If I'm savvy enough, I can almost post a link in the chat. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
I might
It
have
would be.
to.
Let me see how savvy I am. I'm not usually that great. I'm an old man,
Yeah, but we got some other S7 guys in the chat. They should be able to help out too.
Let's
Maybe Papa. There we go. Papa put a link for signups.
Yeah,
There we go.
that's it.
Thank you, sir.
Papa always chipping in. Thank you, Papa.
Boom.
Like a boss.
Okay. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Lonely Island or not, but that's
yeah.
the jam.
Never stop, never
Looks like-
stopping.
Yeah,
Great movie right there.
indeed.
Looks
It's
like
the ridiculousness that gets me.
Oh, it looks like we got somebody not in a Peugeot. Or
Yeah.
in the new one anyway. We got somebody in the Fab. That's Paps, right? Yeah.
Yep. Pete Paps
It's always a renegade.
and Skellington. Sorry, I was not looking at the screen like I should have been.
Yeah.
Amateur hour.
He's in the new one, and
I can't see any car out on the okay, now I see BPAPs. When you were on before, I didn't see any car when you were showing the other view. If anybody's scratching their head, sorry, that was a camouflage joke. Sorry.
I think all the liveries so far, from the first group, all of them have been good-looking liveries. So hats off to all the livery guys out there putting these together, whether they're stealing them and tweaking them up or whatever. They look good.
It's not stealing if it's shared.
That's the best form of flattery, right?
So Nuke, you know, are you running in the Group 1s this season? I forgot.
No, I've been doing Group 3s. I was not able to run the first two races. So I run the third, fourth, and fifth race. I'm going to miss this one, and I can run the last one. So I think I've qualified split one every race, but I've had to drop back on two of them. I had to drop back the last race. I guess I qualified split two, but I had to drop back to split three, and then first two races I qualified split one, but I had to drop back to split two for Suzuka, I guess. Or no, yeah,
Suzuka. So BPAP's gonna come across the line with his first time in the old. It's a Toyota, right? Is that what he's in?
Yeah.
The 202.728.
It's good enough for P2.
Very nicely
that's a
done.
strong start.
I think the newer Peugeot is going to race better, though. But
yeah, you might be able to get a quicker time in the Toyota, but full-on race pace is a whole nother story.
I think the new Peugeot is going to be better in the rain, too.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, it's just the modern cars are more stable. It's science, essentially. So I'd imagine in the wet with the experience.
Yeah, but if it rains really, really hard, the intakes on this Toyota are up high, so you don't have to worry about getting flooded out.
Overthinking. You definitely gotta think of. I remember back in the day when I had my '96 Honda Accord and I was tricking it out Fast and Furious style. My buddy had a Prelude, and he got a cold air intake, and he ruined his engine because he went through a deep puddle and it sucked up. So I was scared to get a cold air intake, but I did it anyways and just made sure not to go through a puddle deeper than the car.
Good idea.
Yeah, good idea. He was like, "No, you're gonna ruin it." And I was like, "Wait a minute. You
We're gonna
drove
see a
through a
faster
river? We go from B Paps across the
I think it's going to
line."
be faster.
Yep.
Oh, there it is.
That is
Good
the
enough for the
fastest
provisional
time.
pole.
Yes, indeed. We've got a new pole sitter for the
2:02.462.
moment.
Here, I'll show for SPC's Cole Trickle. Jorge Senior 2:17.710, fastest for Group 3.
The only Group 3 in the 17s, I think.
No improvement from Jack. So how can we see him? He's like John Cena.
I think everybody last night in GR3 ran the RCZ, except there was one Citroen and there was one RS01. Everybody else was in the RCZ.
There are 2 RSO1s.
Oh yeah, there are 2. You're right.
Yeah. K-Dub and Strychnine.
Yep.
BPAPS is trying to push it to get into the 201s. Let's go.
I did my first endurance racing with one of BPAP's teams, on the Loose Moose team, back when before IRO started. We ran an ERF race.
You said that was your first endurance racing?
Yeah, first time I'd done an endurance race. Yeah, it was me and Truth and Toto Wolf and Ish Maple Syrup.
Well, when you say endurance race, what kind of lengths are we talking here?
Well, that was an 8-hour race. So IRO, when I mentioned earlier, they run 8, 12, and 24-hour races. So the way it's set, the way that the whole thing works is, you say you got stint 1 or split stint 1, and they're in their own lobby, they're running their stint, and as they come to a close on their stint, the next group, the stint 2 group drivers, they'll be in another lobby. They'll have done an out lap and they're sitting in the pits just waiting for their driver from the first stint to pit. And when they come to a stop in the pit box, then you're in conversation with your teammate and you release from the pits at that time. So it works.
Gotcha.
It works really good. But yeah, we run 8, 12, and 24-hour races. The support series that I mentioned earlier, the Gran Turismo Sprint Cup that we run, those are 3-hour races. So they're 2 90-minute stints. So you still do the whole driver handoff dynamic. So it really gives you that whole experience of doing a driver handoff.
Yeah, that is something really cool. I had watched McNaughty and I had watched Salamander do those, and I didn't really understand the driver change thing until participating in the sprint series. And I had so much fun. You and me had an excellent battle. Unfortunately, my portion got ruined ever so slightly. Still, it was a good race. I had so much fun. That was my very first time doing anything like that, and it was so fun to be on track and I don't do so many dailies anymore, and I do mostly commentating, so it's it was fun to still know that I was competitive a little bit out there. It was quite a lot of fun.
We definitely had a good race there. I mean, I think you were faster than me in a couple portions, and it was all I could do just to hold my line and kind of be a little bit defensive to keep you off me, during
Yeah.
those portions. And then there was other sections I'd stretch out, and you'd climb it right back. And
Yeah.
but like you said, I think you got taken out. Well,
Yeah,
you
I got squashed a little bit, and it
yeah.
was, I mean, it was a light tap. The stewards favored in my argument there, but it wasn't anything egregious. It wasn't any type of dirty driving or anything like that. It was hard racing is what it was. So we got B Paps in the 908 HDI FAP10. Okay, guess that's what it's called. With a 202.221. It's going to be the fastest time in the Group 1 cars. I have the wrong graphic up on screen. I'm just now realizing. So that is
Papa
better
was
than
trying to
Flux
say that.
Flare. And then we have Jack Skellington in the 204.861 in the 9X825 car.
Yeah, so really good time from Mr. B Paps there. Respectable time from Jack Skellington as well. But that's going to put B Paps out front, and that's going to slot Mr. Jack Skellington at number 8. So they'll be, for now anyway, at the front of the second split.
Looks like we're getting ready to have a GR3 quality.
Yeah. I think Mr. D. Rodriguez has been waiting here for, through the last session, and Elzo and Speed Bumper in the lobby as well. So that timed out really nicely. And it's good because we need some more Group 3 racers. So
we sure do. We need more of everybody.
I think I was in the split 2 run last week with Rodriguez. I think. Can't remember.
Mr. Rodriguez always
that
showing
sounds
up,
right.
putting on a performance. What he does. Come one, come all to qualifying night here at the PHG World Series Season 4, Round 6. About to get some Group 3 action underway.
One of these days, I'll come hang out with you on your TK Tuesdays there.
It's a good time. It's gotten too popular, and everybody's faster than me, and so it's not as fun anymore. But I still enjoy myself. No, just kidding. It's a lot of fun. With the leagues going on, it's been light. You can always tell when we're on an off week, the lobbies are completely full. And then a week like this week, it was very light. But I've got a good group of drivers who are really almost exclusively lobby or race A drivers. So you're not going to see them in most dailies or anything like that. And they don't participate in a lot of these leagues either. So they're always there showing up, and it's a lot of fun. But it's not for everybody. I tell, like, Papa's like, I need to be there more. And I was like, but you don't like doing that type of racing. You don't need to be there. It's not, if you don't enjoy driving these road cars on slippery tires, just hurting trying to find any type of grip, then you don't need to be there. It's okay. It's okay. Another camouflage car. Are you able to see this one, Q?
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Can't see anything out there.
Yeah. That's interesting, though. Back-to-back lobbies with camo liveries. I don't think we've seen any that I recall. But then again, you wouldn't see them.
Mr. Racing just joined the lobby, so he'll be getting in the next qualifying session. On board with Speed Bump. And then back to FAF's Elzo.
I don't think we've seen Elzo too much this season, have we?
No, I don't think so. I'm looking here in the points standing, and I'm not seeing him on here, so This
Yeah,
might
well,
be
shout
his...
out to Elzo.
Yeah. Good to see him showing up tonight. Thank you for being here. Right on board with D. Rodriguez for his first hot lap.
The ride-along view. With the camo gear inside the cockpit as well. He's got to coordinate.
As Ludacris would say, our time and our clothes gotta coordinate. Very important.
Yes, the timeless wisdom of Luda.
I just watched a recent freestyle of him. He's still got it. It was amazing. I grew up in Atlanta, so the 90s and early 2000s Atlanta hip hop is well rooted in my childhood.
Cast are maybe my favorite ever.
Yeah.
Huge Outkast fan.
Oh, I mean, how can you not be?
Agreed.
I just watched a Little John was my hero. No joke. I went to a CD signing.
What?
I've seen him in concert. Yeah. Okay. But I just watched a documentary about him, and I was like, man, he did so much more than I even knew about. It was good.
Nice. Yin Yang twins. All right.
Hang. Yup. Yeah, good times. Good times.
Yeah.
What part of the country are you in, Q?
I'm in the Midwest. I'm
Okay.
in Chicago.
Okay. I was born in Illinois,
Okay.
but then grew up in Atlanta,
And now you're in Texas.
and now I'm in Texas.
Just all over the place.
How about them apples? Yep. I like it here, though. I really do. The weather sucks, but I like it here. But the weather seems to suck most places, so what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
This is not gonna be a competitive time at all from T. Rodriguez.
I mean, it's not bad for
Not bad.
3.
Oh, we are in group 3. I was like, that was slow AF. No, good time at 2:19.641. Don't listen to the man behind the curtain. He knows not what he speaks.
And especially for the RS01, I don't think we saw any times. I could be wrong, but I think that might be the best time right out of the gate that we saw from an RS01.
2:19.5 is the best time so far in the RS01.
Oh, 19.5. Okay. Then I stand corrected. Thank you for that. Still a good start.
Gonna need a 19.3 to crack the lobby 1 barrier.
He can do it.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get it.
Yeah, he's a quick driver.
I think in all my practice runs I did with Mr. Racing and all the various cars, typically my fast lap came on the this lap right here, third lap that he's on now.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you're probably, between 10 and 15% fuel burn starting the lap. And you're still fresh enough on tires where you're probably not noticing any degradation quite yet. So, yeah, that makes sense.
Depended on it was little car dependent, but the RS01 you actually might get the better lap on the 4th lap.
So, I mean, what's the difference? Is it just tire wear is better in that RS01?
Just the way it drives, and the way it bites in, for the turns. And, it's a 7-gear car also. Well, so is the Citroen, but I was quickest in the RCZ also when I was practicing. Second quickest in this Citroen, actually.
Okay.
D. Rodriguez was up quite a bit on their time. This is going to be interesting to see what he puts down here. Are people gambling on whether saving them from choosing the wrong race car and hoping that their qualifying starting position helps them out? Oh my goodness, there we go. Half a second up.
him in the bottom of lobby 1.
Yeah, for now at least.
Yeah. Hate to be the party pooper, but I'm not gonna hold.
We got just under 2 hours remaining, so I imagine the times start dropping as we say thank you to our behind-the-scenes point keeper of Pink Mishi, updating our times with these awesome graphics. Thank you so much for your hard work behind the scenes, man.
Agreed. Thank you. Always there helping out. One of the unsung heroes.
I mean,
I think we
I've
still have some of our habitual lobby, split 1 guys yet to qualify. I think
Yep.
Oaks still has to qualify. Mr. Racing has to qualify. I don't know if
Yeah.
Moose is running this week or not.
McNaughty's been practicing. It's gonna be.
McNaughty's running GR1 though, right?
Yeah, he's. Oh yeah, he's in Group 1. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. I'd expect Mr. Racing to be able to lay down a really competitive time as well. Yeah, Busa, not actually Chicago, actually north of Rockford, if you know where that's at.
North of Rockford. I see.
He's back put in the chat. No tablespoons here, mate.
I think I made that comment like half an hour ago.
Speed Bump put down a decent time, 19.6.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be at near the top of the split, second split.
Mr. Racing threatened to run a 17. We'll see.
Do it.
Close time by the speed bump there, man.
Yeah.
Yep, this will be the last crack at it.
Rodriguez improved his time. No, is that the same? 19.1. And it gets the same as the year before.
Let's see if Rodriguez can break into the 18s here on the last go round.
Improvement there by speed bump.
Ooh, not a great entry into that corner, that little section. It's going to cost speed bump.
Yeah. Practicing in that Citroen, boy, that car has a lot of turn-in bite, but it gets light on acceleration. Yeah, coming out of the turn, front end gets light.
So you get a bit understeer?
Yeah, it's a fun car to drive. To be honest with you, I enjoyed practicing it. I think Rodriguez is going to improve his lap here.
I want to see an 18, Rodriguez.
It's going to be close. Could be an 18.9 point something. Or 0.9 something.
Oh, well done.
8.6.
Not disappoint.
It's good enough for P6.
Wow, very nice, very nice. And here we are. You want to take us through these results there, Q?
Most definitely. Great run there by PHG D Rodriguez, coming in at 2 minutes 18 seconds, 0.866. Strong run as well from Speed Bump, 2 minutes 19 seconds, 0.549. And a solid showing from FAF Elzo as well at 2 minutes 20 seconds, 0.325. So pretty tight group. Great job by all.
It's our fastest RSO1 driver right there also.
Yeah, by pretty good margin actually, by what, about 7/10? So
Yeah,
strong showing.
Yeah.
I mean that kind of gives, that's only about a second off of the pole. 1.1 seconds we'll say, but Shaggy and now you were saying that that RSO1 may be the superior car for the race. We might have a sleeper on our hands here.
We got two different class of drivers in the lobby. NVR Saint in the Group 1 908 HDI FAP10. And then S7R's Mr. Racing in the Group 3 RCC.
I think they're doing paper, rock, scissors right now to see who's going to go.
I see Shaggy says GT1 session. So GT1 it is. Is this going to be our first sign of McNaughty for the evening? No, the BK2 Johnny Boy. So two Group 1 cars, different Group 1 cars.
Yeah, we've got another 908 HDI in here.
908 HDI.
See what Saint and Johnny Boy have in store for us tonight.
Johnny Boy says in the chat, let's get this over with.
Get it over with, Johnny. You'll be all right. You're quick. You're quick, Johnny.
Oh, yeah.
What you're going to be saying, let's get this over with, is when the race comes and you realize it's 90 minutes.
All right, let's go.
Then for 90 minutes, you hear that pitter patter of rain. Like, oh no.
Oh no. What have I done?
Might have to take an extended pit break here.
This is our second FAP car that we've seen.
Yes. Yes, it is. In a similar livery, too. Or at least color pattern. The gold and gray or black. Both colors.
Yeah, I like that MBR livery. That's pretty slick there.
Did a great job. I'm always impressed by the people who can really make it happen. There's several in the community, but it is always impressive to me what people can do in this game as far as liveries go.
So I feel like a lot of the teams have like their livery person or livery people. Is that how it is in S7R as well, Nuke?
Yeah, sure is. We have our team is set up on like a collegial model. So I mean, I'm like the team owner, if you would, and then I've got a group of directors that kind of have broad areas of responsibility that are under me. External series, internal series, our brand management, and then we've got a livery director also. So Turbo is our livery director, and we've got several folks that support him internally. So Wid makes a lot of liveries for us. We got Mr. Racing. I make some. Stig will make some, and then we also work with Shams Design externally. For some liveries also. We just kind of
Interesting.
trying to support him. So, we haven't done that great in this series so far. We usually try to show up, looking, in uniform, if you would, all running the same livery. But yeah, I mean, that's how we run it. So we have just a group of guys. We've got a livery section in our Discord. And so if somebody needs a paint request, they just drop the paint request in there, and then somebody usually, picks it up and runs with it, and delivers that livery for the driver for the request. So yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
it works good.
Sounds
We've
like
got base liveries. Sorry.
a
Yeah,
well-oiled machine.
Yeah, it does.
yeah. We've got base liveries we've made for a lot of the GR3s and GR4s. That way, if somebody just wants to go grab one, we like our folks when they're on track to, whether they're running in a league or not, to make sure they're repping S7R. So we've got base liveries made for just about all the GR3s and GR4s. So anybody from the team can go grab them and throw it on. So whether they're out running in a off league or running a daily or just running in open lobbies, they can be representing not only in their driver tag but with their livery on their car.
Yeah, nice. Okay. So thing jumping out at a 2 minute 3 second 0.6. That drops him right into a group, I think, right now. Of
It's like he's about seventh.
Yeah.
But still, he's right there. I mean, it's all pretty tight, really, to be honest.
Yeah. And that's just the first lap he's laying down, so I'd say odds are probably pretty good that we'll see an improvement from that to a 3.6.
We saw T-Bab improve just about every lap, out when he was in that same car. So
Yeah.
I don't think we should expect anything different here from Saint.
Yep.
Yeah, and to clear up, that is a Peugeot as well. I didn't realize there was a vintage Peugeot in the game, and so I just assumed based on the look of it that it was a Toyota, but that makes no sense for this lobby's theme of being the French manufacturer, so yeah.
Yeah. Still, I think I'll just keep calling it the Toyota.
It looks like the what is it called? The one that FT100 or something. 1000.
I think it's the one.
Or the one.
Yeah.
There's the number one is involved. Whether there's zeros behind it or not, somebody will have to tell us.
Maybe there were zeros in front of the one.
There we go.
Yeah.
But
I thought it was like the GT1 or something.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Toyota GT1.
I don't drive these cars that much. I'd rather run in your lobbies, TK.
Right?
than drive these.
Samesingtons. Give me 200 horsepower and some sport tires. Let's go.
He did not pick up on the second lap.
No, he did not. He was up early on, but someone pointed out, I believe it was Talon pointed out, the sectors in this. Sector 1, there's one braking zone and the rest is flat out. Sector 2, there's basically one braking zone, the rest is flat out. And then, Sector 3, and then Sector 2 is all the complicated stuff.
An improvement from Johnny Boy.
Yeah, what'll get you in Sector 3 is that final chicane.
Yeah.
If you can navigate through there quickly and get on the throttle quickly and stay off the slippery stuff on the outside, you can pick up or at least not lose time in that sector. But, at least for me, sometimes you got a good lap going and you're like, oh man, if I could just pick up another half tenth through here, go through this last chicane, and then next thing you know, you just cost yourself 2/10 or 3/10 because you overcooked it. So that'll happen in the third sector.
We haven't seen anybody do the pylon hop yet.
No, we have not. Everybody's been keeping it pretty clean, but that's where we would have seen it. Good old pylon hop. A bollard. A bollard.
Yeah.
What a fun
yeah.
name.
If you got anybody in the lobby or who's going to jump in later tonight, I want to see a bollard hop. Make me too hot.
Coming across again for the third time. 202, unable to improve.
Pretty consistent, though.
See if Johnny Boy and the Dr. Pepper Mobile can do anything about it. Nope, unable to improve.
This is probably going to be the final lap then. So Saint's got one last shot at picking up some time.
Using the traction control. This is a fun corner in high downforce. The double left-hander. So fun to push the car to its limits into this braking zone. Looking smooth. We will see a sector time here shortly. Unable to improve.
Still pulled off in the last second.
We'll find out right here. Cross the line. Oh, and he does. He does.
All right.
Nice call there,
That's a super solid last section.
Never give up. Never surrender.
YOLO it right into that last chicane. I think we saw somebody do that yesterday.
That puts him in the last spot in lobby 1.
Let's go, Johnny. Oh!
So close.
How's that for consistency?
There we have it. MVR Saint in the 908 HDI FAP with a 203.320, and BK2's Johnny Boy in the 9X8 with a 205.825. Looks like we got McNaughty, Felmora, Mr. Racing, Crew Lob all joining up.
So I think that's 3 Group 1 drivers, and then Mr. Racing is in a Group 3 car.
Let's see what Shaggy deems the next group to drive. Only time will tell. Now we got Kay Naranjo, aka Oak, joining us. Good to see everyone joining up here. Ready to rock and roll. It's time to race. Looks like we're going... Well, McNaughty's joined up. It's going to be up to Shaggy to determine what goes next. I know Mr. Racing. Yes, Shaggy has spoken. GT3 session now. So McNaughty, Crew Lob, gonna have to wait. It's time for Mr. Racing to shine. So here, cutoff time for Group 1 is currently a 2:04.552. Fastest is set by Mr. Paps himself with a 2:02.221.
I got split one cut off at a 2:03.320 right now, based on the drivers that have gone. That would be Saint that just went.
Sorry, I had somebody at my door. I'm back.
No worries. I'm just saying I got split one cut off for GR1 right now at 2:03.320.
Okay, so we have shortened that split cutoff time.
Got Teasbap, Flux Blair, Hot Air, Raider, Talon, Saint. 6-7. Oh no, 2:03.549. That would be corridor. So, yeah, 2:03.549. Corridor right now is the cutoff.
All right. No slouch of a driver there. Looks like K Naranjo and S7R's Mr. Racing are going to get the Purdy started. Ready to rock and roll. Group 3, here we go.
I expect to see potentially a high 17 or low 18s out of both these guys.
Starting out with that 3-second penalty, but that won't matter because of where the penalty line is.
Didn't look like he was ready for leaving the pits. Kind of ran right into the wall.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, with these Group 3 cars, there's not a lot of extra time to get that, like the 5th lap. So you really gotta push it. You gotta be putting good laps in, and if you stop for a pit, it's gonna be really tight. So that 3 seconds could possibly come into play.
That would not be a livery design from us.
Not a great representation. Not a great representation. Avert your eyes, everyone.
No, that's just for qualifying. The main car, there was a problem with the body, or blew the engine. They had to go to the backup car. They'll get it sorted by race day.
At least it wasn't the stock livery, right?
Yeah. Oh well, I shouldn't say anything. When I jumped in last night, I had a stock livery.
Team reprimand will be forthcoming.
The punishment at S7R is very, very harsh. Very, very harsh. He's gonna regret that. So Oak not far off of him. See him up ahead.
Yeah, but like I was saying, you know, that 3 seconds cost Oak. He let Mr. Racing by, which I think was the right thing to do. But yeah, you don't want to lag too far back because you might not get that last lap. So you got to push it. Certainly, two quick drivers certainly have the potential to, I'd say, challenge for the pole. Certainly, you know, if nothing else, make their way into that first split.
I think
For sure.
overall point standings are both in the top 3. Is that right?
I believe you're correct. I have that, or I had that pulled up. Yeah, Kay Naranjo in P1, Mr. Racing in P2. Cornbread,
Wow,
or
okay.
sorry, Shaggy Dude P3.
Yeah, I think Jorge. I think this will be Jorge's 5th race, which would kind of pull him up into first place. But, you know, we'll see what happens in the race. You never do know what's going to happen in the race, so I shouldn't be presumptuous.
Yeah, Oak, big in the MMR community. That's Moose Mafia Racing. But also has been dabbling here in the PHG community as Mr. Racing puts down a 218 840. Oak able to put down a 219.278. Okay.
I think we'll see both of them improve at least a half a second on this next lap.
Well, if they don't come in.
And
So
Oak goes
we'll see
in.
what their strategy is.
Oak back to the pits.
Okay. It's going to reset, so we won't get the benefit of the fuel save, but we can at least get another hot lap in, if not 2.
I definitely should be able to get 2. I'm feeling this looks like about a 18.3, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna call it 18.3. What do you think?
You've been dead on so far, so
I'm not going to argue
agree with you.
Yeah.
I've just been watching the split times from when I was practicing. Lap has looked fairly smooth so far. I haven't seen any major slips in it.
Very smooth.
Ooh. He's only up less than 10th, so he lost a good bit in that second sector.
See if he can make it up in the final chicane.
Well, we'll see if he just goes into the pit as well. That's a possibility.
He might end up a 10th or 2, but I think it's about
There
it.
he goes.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
I stayed out. Because Oak will get two. Well, he'll get 2 more laps. He'll get this lap and another. Mr. Racing's only going to get 1 more shot at it.
Yep.
Yeah. 3, 4, 10 seconds.
Put all his eggs into one basket.
These next 2 turns are the critical ones for keeping the GR3 lap time. This left-hander and then the long left. What's the name of those?
Yeah. You know that one corner. Oh no,
The
wait,
double,
it's 2.
the double,
The double lefty.
Hoo-ha. I don't know if I pronounced it right, but that's what it says on the internet.
How is it spelled?
Pouhon.
Puin. Something like that.
Take your word for it.
So there's Oak, and we lost
Uh-oh.
Mr.
Lost
Racing.
Mr. Racing.
Seems to be a common theme here. So this should be a good lap for Oak. 2:18.532.
That'd be good enough for 5th overall. But we'll see if he can improve upon that.
You'd be disappointed with that. To get down to the point ones to get a podium start.
Oh, look at that drift. You're only supposed to drift like that in Tokyo.
It worked though. Oh.
I think he kept it planted for the whole corner though.
Yeah, he ended up caught that. He caught the front tire just right to keep the car pointed right.
Gonna do it right there though. I think we've all been there.
Oof.
Just get that extra, you know, those outside tires on the green slippery stuff, and that's it. So I think we ended up with Mr. Racing at a 2:18.8.
Yeah.
Got Oak at a 2:18.532. So I believe those should be
P5 and P7.
yeah, those should both be top split times. Yep.
Looks like we'll get Group 1 next. Gotta wait for 40 more seconds for that rundown to come off. Seems to be some discussion as to whether or not Mr. Racing had a disconnect. Seems like it.
Okay, so, you know, discussions in the YouTube chat aside, what we have for now, anyways, is Mr. K Naranjo, aka Oak, coming in with a 2-minute 18-second .532, and S7R Mr. Racing 40 coming in with a 2-second, or sorry, really fast, 2 seconds, 2-minute 18-second .840. So both of those times, at least currently, are top split times. So well done, drivers. Very quick.
Very quick indeed. So it looks like we're gonna get some Group 1 guys. I suggest we get out of the YouTube chat for this discussion and into Discord to figure out what you guys want to do as far as reruns go.
Oh, McNaughty's running the FAP.
Ah,
Galmara and Krulov are in the new Peugeot.
Okay.
we'll see what happens with these different car choices here in the race. I'm really curious about it. You know, is the stability of the newer, 9X8 gonna be enough to? I mean, I think what we're seeing is the 908 HDI could be the faster car outright. So, are we gonna see the stability? And I don't know where tire wear and fuel consumption will come in, but where you make the choice to take the better car for qualifying and do the best you can during the race, or really curious to see how that works out. So I'm really in Group 3 as well with the RS01.
It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out for sure, Q. It's crazy that our steering wheels for the video game can look just like that. In real, how it looks in real life. My brother has the really nice. He's in the Thrustmaster ecosystem, the 598, which I really like actually. But he's got the really nice F1 Ferrari wheel with the full digital display, all the information. It's really sweet.
I've run some races in the past with Galmara, and he's typically pretty good in these high downforce cars. So I'm interested to see what kind of lap he throws down.
I don't know if McNaughty's trying to get around because he thinks he's going to be better off, or what's going on here.
Yeah, I think so. He's ready to rock and roll. He also was ready to go last lobby, so I'm also curious if he's like, I need to get this done. Let's go, everybody.
Yep. Busa makes a great point in the chat. Yeah. You could get a nice wheel like that, but in VR, what difference does it make? And not that you don't get some extra functionality with a great wheel, but in VR, that's the wheel you have anyway, right?
Yeah, as long as it feels the same as it looks, but you don't need the digital display because they make the Ferrari wheel without the digital display and it's cheaper. So like that would make sense to get if you're in VR, but if you're not in VR,
So these guys need to be under 203.5 to break into split one.
Yeah, and I think what we've seen so far, right, is 203.3. There's only been 2 908s that have run. 203.3 from Saint, just a couple of sessions ago, came in, 203.3. So I'm curious where McNaughty's gonna be in relation to that.
T-Bap was in the FAP also, right? So
yeah, the 202.2. Yeah, so I'm just curious if McNaughty's going to fall in between that range, if he's going to be able to better the 202.2, or, fall outside of the 203.3 range.
$30.
Looking at some chat from yesterday, and looks like McNaughty can definitely run a low 203.
$202.
Well, I'd say so.
I'd say so. Belmora 203.
So there's a couple of solid times to start things off.
That's already P2 for McNaughty. That's a good enough for lobby one right now for Felmora too. Barely.
Naughty purple. Belmora purple by a good bit. Looks like Belmora could have McNaughty, but that wasn't the cleanest run through Lacombe.
Man, he lost it all right there.
Purple just a smidgen. How did they handle Lacombe? Much smoother. Ooh, big wiggle for McNaughty. Everybody's down on their lap times.
The VIP series is getting ready to start. You've got to put a crew together. It's one of the MVR guys. Oak is running.
Oh yeah.
An IORT driver. So we just put a smattering of team guys together, see what we can do, have some fun.
That'll be great. Yeah, the VIP being put on our very first Upshift Media Productions or Upshift Media Studio production. Gonna be really fun, kind of how the whole thing started. So it's a long season, but it's gonna be good. McNaughty improves on his time in Sector 1.
You beat me to the plug line
there. My bad.
It's all right.
I got excited.
Sometimes you can lead the horse to the water. Felmora put on new tires, right?
Yep.
I don't think we've seen that too much really with the Group 1 drivers. So I guess we'll see if that pays off. I'm going off memory here, but I feel like we've only seen one other Group 1 driver go in.
Go to the pits. I think you're correct.
I think that was Corridor did it.
Yep.
I think
Yep.
in the first session.
That was 2 hours ago.
Yeah, it might as well be another lifetime.
Naughty was purple through Sector 2. What's he going to be as he crosses the line? .202.467.
Hey, an improvement's an improvement.
Yeah.
Got one more shot at it, though. Got to shave off about 2.5 tenths. Cold.
Looks like we're gonna have we're gonna have GT3 next. McNaughty's running with us on our IRO team, our Sector 7 Tasers team for IRO GT.
Good guy right there. Good guy right there.
And
a quick driver. And a quick driver.
He's been a huge support for this, helping us with the support series and everything also as far as production advice.
I really enjoyed the Toyota series you guys put on.
That was good.
A lot of fun to watch.
That was kind of our maiden voyage into an external series, being sponsored out of, from Sector 7. We've pretty much been kind of kept to ourselves with series, just doing internal series. We've got 38 drivers, right? So we've got a pretty good collection. We're running series, and we've done everything from muscle car series to everything else in the tuning series. And that was our first foray into running a full-on external series with production entities tied to it. So
yeah, indeed. Having Tati as commentary is always a good time.
Oh yeah,
they do
good.
Such a good job. Tati and I will be on Dumb Guys Do Racing podcast Monday. It'll drop. We will have our interview this weekend and drop the episode on Monday, but we will be talking about Upshift Media because Tati is a part of it as well, and we have worked together both in the Joker series and in the NRL, of course. And that will be it for qualifying. Can Felmora do anything? He did pit. This is for all the marbles.
Just got a notification in YouTube chat. Times at the ticker aren't going to be updated for the rest of the night. There's technical issues, but they will be updated in Discord. So be sure to check there.
Unable to improve. Understandable. This is just a nice added feature, but it is not necessary.
There's a question in the chat about the fastest lap for the new Peugeot, and I got that as a 202.649. That was Flux.
Wow, 202.649.
Yep.
Well, solid time there by McNaughty. Q, take us through it.
Yeah, McNaughty coming in. I believe that's going to put McNaughty in position 2 for now. 2 minutes, 2 seconds, 0.467. Felmora with a 203.370, about 9 tenths off of McNaughty's pace. And then coming in at 2 minutes, 4 seconds, 0.589 is NVR Crew Lab. So those are really good times overall. That should drop Felmora. Ooh, I'll have to check here. I have to resort.
He'd be the first one in split 2, based on my numbers.
Okay. Are you tracking outside of the normal sheet? You got your own tracking going on?
Yeah, I've been writing stuff down through the night. Did any GR1s qualify last night? No.
No. So you should be up to date. So good call there. I think so. Felmora is going to end up where? Sorry.
He's P8, so it'd be first first and split 2.
Okay, and then where'd Crew Lab wash out, or
Crew Lab
end
would
up?
be, well, we only have enough. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 13 qualified, so he's split 2, middle of split 2.
Okay, very good.
Wow.
Got Teasbat, McNaughty, Flux, Hot Air, Raider, Talon, and Saint right now. But I'm pretty sure we got Truth and Wid and Jeffrey. I think he's coming in here soon.
Yeah. Well, it's getting to be kind of late here. We're in the last hour, so if you're gonna run this weekend, let's make it a point to get in here pretty quick.
Gotta come get it while the getting's good.
That's right.
Here we go, underway once again.
T-Case is very strict about the time. Says no extensions.
No extensions. I don't make exceptions. I mean, I've done it before. I've made I'll make an exception on making exceptions just this once. Come out once again is the Peugeot's The Truth Serum. Jeffrey, a little twishy back there, getting his tires warm.
I hope that's just getting tired. He's looking a little jittery there.
This is a little bit. Oh, I see Mr. Casual joining the lobby. Mr. Casual been doing a lot of stuff for IRO as well. Good to see him getting involved. Big fan of Mr. Casual.
Yeah, we've had quite a few folks that have been pitching in and supporting that production, and we really appreciate their help and assistance in helping us get that league out there.
I've wanted to, and it just has not worked out. Casual reached out to me for this weekend, and I have autocross on Saturday. It's like that's the only thing that stands in the way of me doing something GT7 related, and it's kind of worked out that way with all the commitments. It's such a cool series, and if y'all haven't checked it out, you need to. It's really fun.
We've got another camo version of a car here with the True Serum.
Yes, in the lava and snow district.
In the S7R colored camo.
Looks good. Looks good.
It is a good looking livery. I feel like there's been versions of that livery in Group 3 cars that we've seen.
Yeah.
That was a good outlap. If that's any indication.
Yeah, now there's plenty of room between them, so shouldn't be any issues on track. So,
looking like a fast lap, boys. Go ahead.
How many drivers did you say have run so far in Group 1?
I've got 13.
13 so far. Okay, not including these two.
That's
right?
correct. So, yeah,
Okay,
correct.
so with these two drivers, we'll start moving into Split 3 territory, which is good. And I'm pretty sure we've got a couple of more in the lobby. Then, yeah, we should have a good shot at filling out 3 splits here.
For Group 1.
For Group 1, correct.
Yeah, well, and you know that after this, or probably we'll do this one and one more, and then the lobby's going to be full. Everybody's waiting the last minute. They always do. Always has been.
202 what? What do you think?
Across the line, 202.630. Nicely
Go
done.
for Jeffrey. Yeah.
Woo! Yeah, there's a bit of net code happening there. Just
No,
a
that
bit.
looked like totally legit, you know, physics and movement.
Inertia drift. So, as far as real life motorsport, I'm curious what y'all watch. What do you watch live? What do you watch the highlights of, and what do you keep track of? As far as all the, there's so many motorsport series, but as far as motorsport series,
It's pretty much NASCAR for me.
okay.
Long-term NASCAR fan. Been to a lot of races. I've probably been to 300.
Oh wow,
Man.
that's
Wow.
awesome.
I mean,
If
pretty
somebody
much
would
been
ask
to.
me, go ahead, sorry.
I've probably been to almost all the tracks on the East Coast. Mostly Bristol, Darlington, Atlanta. Of course, I live about a mile and a half from Charlotte Motor Speedway. I've been to Charlotte quite a bit, but probably been to most races at Bristol.
Nice.
Probably 15 years straight of all the spring and fall races.
That's awesome.
That's actually the only NASCAR race I've been to was Bristol.
That's a good one to go to.
It was pretty cool, I have to admit. As a kid, my parents were big NASCAR fans, so obviously, you know, you watch it, you know, you're interested in it. You know, the household, we were Mark Martin fans in the household, but I was a Dale Senior fan.
Back in the day, you know, you couldn't get a ticket for the Bristol night race in the fall, right? Somebody had to die, so you could inherit a ticket.
Yeah, it was a pretty exciting venue, pretty cool experience. But yeah, sticking with the theme of, you know, me being sheltered, yeah, since, you know, I don't know, the last 20 years, I haven't really kept up with NASCAR. I mean, I don't really keep up with a lot of racing series, you know, so I don't have a ton to add in that respect. I feel like I want to get back into it, but really with the way things go and, you know, my professional life, and I'm pretty busy in my personal life as well, you know, I got kids and stuff, so I keep thinking I want to get back into some, you know, watching or keeping up with some racing series, and I just don't have time for it. You know, I'm a big hockey fan. I've talked about it on multiple streams, and it's all I can do to, you know, check into my Blackhawk games, and that's about it.
Johnny Boy's talking about going to his first race. I think he's going to North Wilkesboro here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I've gotten to go to the Road Atlanta before. Or not Road Atlanta, Atlanta Motor Speedway. Now Echo Park. But when I went, it was just Atlanta Motor Speedway. I've been to that, and that was really cool. NASCAR, I watched the highlights of NASCAR, IndyCar, IMSA, and WEC. Like I stay on top of the highlights of those, and then F1 I try to watch live pretty much every weekend, and then like if there's a race weekend that's on YouTube, like if IMSA's on YouTube that weekend or WEC's on YouTube that weekend, I'll watch those races live as well if I can. But F1 is the one I keep up with the most. I got kind of pulled into it when my grandpa passed away in high school. He left me a small inheritance, and I used it to buy an Omega Speedmaster, and it just happened to be a Michael Schumacher World Champion watch, and I kind of started getting involved and sucked into F1 from that back in the day.
How about that? Rocking the Speedmaster.
Oh yeah, since I was 15 years old.
You don't see that a lot.
I sent it into Omega 5 years ago, and had it, you know, serviced. And
Guys are on their last lap, and Truth was up 6/10
oh,
in the first sector.
but something happened to Jeffrey.
Did he do a bollard hop?
No, he caught the outside there and little gravel action.
Oh yeah.
So back to the Truth. And
He was
he
6/10 up in sector 1.
about to come across sector 2, or did we already? Oh, here it comes. Across the line here, and we are down, but he can make that up easy. He can make that up easy.
Yeah, I think these newer Peugeots are just faster in a straight line. So he's ripping through here and gonna be picking up a 10th or 2. Perhaps he can displace Jeffrey and jump into the top split, the top half of the top split.
Oh man, that was close.
Yeah, good run.
Dang.
There we have it. Jeffrey in the 908 with a 202.461 and 7/10 behind him. S7R's the True Serum in the 9X8 with a 203.181.
I think those are both good enough to be split one times right now, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I don't think so. Talon will be the last guy in split 1 right now, and you got Teasbap, Jeffrey, McNaughty, Flux, Hot Air, Raider, and Talon. Split 1 right now. Truth is first car out. Split 2. At least based on what I've been unofficially based on what I've been scratching down.
Officially unofficial.
Let me be the first to say I really appreciate it.
Yep.
It's super helpful, so thanks for doing it.
So now we're going back. Now we're going to see what Wid has. And Mr. Casual coming in.
Wid's in the FAP.
Yep. Wid's going with the 908.
Here we go. Pap says, scratch my name off the ticker already. Wid incoming. Again with the gold and black. The black and yellow seems to be S7R's Group 1 theme here. Or at least for this particular Peugeot. Because I guess one of MBR's was in also a
yeah, it's in
black and
Teasbap
yellow.
was also.
Yep. The Fatmobile needs the gold and black to work properly. Mr. Casual rocking the Hard Rock Coca-Cola purple and gold. I like that. Controller player, Mr. Casual. He likes to be casual. Doesn't like to try too hard. And will be the first to call you out if you are trying too hard.
Are you saying that's because he's just taking it casually?
Exactly.
If only we could have seen that coming somehow.
If only. Paul Davis on the side. I like the sponsors.
Oh yeah,
he actually spent time on this livery. Okay, hold up. I thought this was just a Let's copy. He probably did just copy it, but I see Paul Davis on there. Any other sponsors? Maybe just Paul Davis because they use the same color. Anyways, he gets bonus points. Hope he doesn't have a hashtag skill issue, says C-Dubs. Oh, and he goes straight into the pits. A little change up from the Cash. Oh, C-Dubs pointing out MZW was on there as well. Those aren't what they used to be, C-Dubs. They're not what they used to be.
So for reference, Truth's outlap was a 151. Wid's outlap was a 148.
Jeez Louise. Calm down, kid. That is crazy. What it must be like to be like fast like that, right? Like
I race against them all. I practice with them all the time. You know, you have to be a hardy soul to practice with Wid.
Yep.
and feel good about yourself at the end of the night.
Fair enough.
He and I have a little saying that goes on. It says, I know all is right in the universe if I'm within 1 second of Wid's lap time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? That's how I practice dailies. I pick, one of the top times and chase a ghost for dailies. And if I can get within, a second or so, man, I'm a happy camper. And then on some of the race A's, I get to be one of those top times, but it doesn't happen often. Oh! Well, I'm wanting to see what happened there on the input side of things.
He just caught that left wheel on the curb and turned him right around.
Oh, wow. That happened quickly. He was just a passenger.
Yeah. That's interesting. In a Group 1 car, in a Group 3 car, no problem. You can catch a little bit of that curve. It's actually a bit helpful.
Oh, he's got damage, too. This is going to compromise this lap.
We were talking about that earlier. This car, it does not. It has shown a lot of instability on it versus the new pre-show.
Yeah, it's probably that instability which helps it really rip through the corners. So it seems to be faster in, the twisty parts of the track. But yeah, I guess if it gets away from you, it really gets away.
Well, this is a track. I mean, you want to. I mean, look how inviting those curbs are. They're friendly colors. It's warm summertime colors. Like, it's not like it's saying stay away like red and white curbs would. No, it's saying come on, look at all the tire marks on us. We won't hurt you.
I don't think I've ever had conversations with the curbs before, but
not doing it
I
right.
could start. Yeah.
You're not doing it right.
Hashtag skill issue, right?
Mr. Casual going purple there.
Well, the livery's purple, so he's sticking with the theme.
Indeed. That's where your closest baller moment is on that left-hander. So far, so good. And I guess this right-hander coming up needs to be a spot.
Yeah.
I've been known to do that a few times. We just put down a 201. How did he do that? He had damage.
Yeah, he had damage at the beginning of the lap.
That's why I wasn't watching his lap. What? What the what? We'll stay on casual, then we'll go back to Wid because he will be free of damage and trucking along.
Okay. Super solid lap for Mr. Casual. 2 minutes, 2 seconds, 0.7. It's got to be one of the better laps in the 9X8.
Second best lap in the 9X8.
Well done, Mr. Casual.
We're gonna get another lap in it too.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You're gonna see like a 2015.
About to find out. Wow, nailed it. Nailed
Always.
it. I'm not arguing with Nuke when it comes to lap times, all right? I'm just going to say, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, uh-huh. I'll just agree.
Yeah.
I'll just agree.
So new plan for qualifying next week. We're just going to submit a roster to Nuke, and he's going to tell us what everybody gets.
Like, yeah, it's going to be 2 or 3, 2 1 5. See what Mr. Casual can do.
Oh, looks like he's trying to.
He's setting himself up for another lap.
Yep.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I think it happened last week to Wood too. That he wrecked on his like first qualifying lap. I think I was watching it and I typed in the chat. I said, that's just gonna piss him off.
Yep. He just made it worse. He made it better for himself and worse for everyone else by wrecking.
Yeah.
See what his sector time is. Comes around this right-hander. And he's up almost 3/10. Mr. Casual done. Back to the pits after picking up a penalty. See if we can see where it came from. Does he run a bit too wide? No, he keeps it there. Oh! Interesting. I don't know that I agree with that pen, unless it was something we didn't see.
No, that was it. Oh.
There we go, slight improvement.
4. Some awesome lap times from a 7R WID. But really, I mean, not to overshadow Mr. Casual too much, really great time in the 98X. Or 9X8, excuse me.
That dropped Raider and Talon to split 2. Good times by both those guys.
Yeah, indeed.
Well, at least for one lap pace, what we're seeing here is the FAP is the superior car for at least one lap pace. If you can hook it up, we'll see how it races in the race.
Yeah, it's a really interesting question, for me at least. Over such a long race with the weather, will that be something that, would turn out where somebody like WID does not finish out front, and we take it as a given, but if the car is a handicap in the race or not. Now, I do have to think that WID and others who have practiced for this race have done their homework, and I certainly haven't, so that's probably why my curiosity is piqued, but, I'll be watching, I'll be tuned in find out. Speaking of doing homeworks for races, Nuke, what is your pre-race routine, or what's your practice routine like if you have one?
Well, typically, whoever's running in the series, we typically lobby up pretty quick. First thing we're gonna do is just get a feel for, well, in a series like this, we're gonna kind of go through the different cars first and see what you're feeling most comfortable. There's typically, at least for GR3, there's been pretty much one of the cars has been meta, but we'll run times on the various tire compounds so we can understand our lap times on softs, mediums. Typically we don't do hards, haven't had to do hards, but we'll run them just so we know. We'll test pit loss so we understand what that's like, and then we're looking at fuel. We'll do fuel/tire runs to understand what that looks like. And then usually one of our guys will get a reference lap posted up. Whoever's running faster will get a reference lap posted up, or don't shame us for using our resources. A lot of times Wood will post a reference lap for us.
Sure, of course.
So we can see what's going on. Just to recap here, you got Wood with a 201.469 in the FAP, and Mr. Casual with the 202.730 in the 9x8. So that's good enough for split one on both those guys.
Wow.
And then we'll do full runs, for whatever the length is. That's typically how we're gonna how we roll. That's how we're gonna prep for just about every race. We try to get the mechanics out of the way early, get our strategy, kind of ironed out, early, and then just get into the nuts and bolts of practicing and trying to tune our times up,
Yeah, it makes sense.
I mean,
honestly,
our Discord is set up so it's series based. So everybody, like for everybody that's running PHG World Series, we have a set of channels that are just for those drivers, and so there's a lot of dialogue that goes on during the week. As far as what people are seeing in practice. So our guys will share. If we do a practice, we'll typically post in there is this is what I saw. During my practice run. And just try to share information, and then as we get toward the end of the week, we try to make sure we're lobbying up together just to run practices. So.
Yeah, I mean that sounds a lot like what I try to do by myself actually when I'm running races. So I assume it's really nice to have some others to rely on to not have to run every scenario yourself. What's the pit loss? And does it make sense to go for a no stopper / one stopper? What are the different advantages and disadvantages to the different tire combos? Trying to figure out.
A lot of times.
Go ahead.
A lot of times we'll just if especially with McNaughty's series, and even sometimes in this series, the strategies a little bit of a question. So I'll run one strategy, Mr. Racing will run another, and Hubble will run a third. So we'll all run 3 different strategies just to look at our times and see how things shake out. So the advantage is we can get through that prep activity pretty efficiently. And then kind of really focus on improving our driving.
Nice.
Yeah, that sounds great. And the size of your team and the availability of skill and experience, sounds like it works out really well.
Yeah, the other nice thing is we're pretty much across the globe. We got several drivers and 8 drivers in the EU. We got a couple in Australia, New Zealand. So just about any time during the day, somebody's doing something. So you don't have that big lull where you're nothing's really happening. There's usually somebody posting information about something just around all the clock.
That's cool.
I do want to give a shout here. We had one of our drivers, Cole Trickle, last seminar. Cole Trickle, he lives down in Atlanta. His house caught fire yesterday, and he's all right. He's in good. He's him and his folks are okay, but just praying for him and that that they can get through this process, recovering from that fire. So it's really tragic news, and he knows that we're here for him, leaning for him. So shout out to
Absolutely.
Cole.
It's really
tough.
cool to see the communities rely on each other. We've seen it so much in PHG. And just life happens, and having these people who share the same passion as you and care about you and are there for you is really cool to see.
Yeah.
So we got a couple of Group 3 cars out on track now. I believe that is the second stitch run
Yeah.
that we've seen.
Yeah.
How do I pronounce that? How do you guys
Citron.
pronounce Citron?
Citron,
All
yeah.
right.
I raced a lot with Maverick in the VIP series. He and I have gone toe to toe quite a bit. He's a rapid driver. I enjoy racing with him.
Yeah, indeed.
I know he had to step away for a while because he was having all sorts of internet issues.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I'm glad to see him back on the track.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, it was in the Toyota series too that he and I seemed to always be in each other's in each other's grill in that Toyota Cup. I think he won our split. He won our split in the Toyota.
Were you doing the Group 3 or were you doing the 8.6s?
Well, it was a different car every race. Wasn't it?
All right, didn't they have the 86 Cup or race before whatever the next one was in the tour? Oh, you're talking about. I'm thinking of two different things. Don't worry about it. You're talking about the in Gran
Yes,
Turismo.
in our series. Yeah. Let's see what Mr. Racing does here. No. 218.6. He had a 218.8 on his first run, I think.
Yeah, 218.8. 840, I believe. Oh, he's getting himself disowned over this livery.
If he ends up disconnecting again, I don't think this time will stand. He's getting his second run due to a disconnect first time.
Yeah.
So he's got to make it all the way through this one with no issues.
Yep. He was purple there in sector 1. Not a surprise.
Oh, there we go. Half a 10 or a half a 100.
So I don't remember who was talking about it last night. Maybe it was Shaggy about the Citroen being, really its kryptonite is, keeping up through, the handling portions of the track. I don't know if that's the case. That's just what I remember, but I guess we'll see how that evolves over the course of this lap for Maverick.
I mean, the car, when I tested it the other night, it had really, really good turn in. It was just getting on the power coming out where it was lacking.
Was it just slow out, or was it over or understeery, or do you recall?
It was understeering on the way out.
Yeah.
It was light in the front.
We got Mr. Racing coming up at the end of the second hot lap.
Should be a good improvement unless he botched
Yeah,
it
will
there.
be.
217.
Yeah, that's just tucking in behind Jorge.
218.966 for Maverick. Improvement there.
Yeah, so Maverick's time in the Citroen is already over a second quicker than the other time we saw in the Citroen. It's just probably not enough people selecting that car to really know what kind of potential it has, overall. Other than obviously, those of you who have tested it.
It felt pretty comfortable when I ran it. It's one of those, with the gearing in it being a 7-gear car, I really didn't have enough. I mean, when I say I tested, I ran basically a 5-lap run in all the eligible cars.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was the car that of the ones I drove, I felt like I could have improved the most in if I would have spent time with it. Kind of the RS01 was kind of like was what it was. You could get a little faster with it, but it was pretty predictable. With the tranny setup and just the whole feel of the Citroen. I was second fastest of the group, and I felt like that's the one I could have improved with the most. If somebody's familiar with that car, I think it could be a sleeper for sure.
That'd be a cool wheel to have on your fan attack. Citroen wheel. Okay, Razzie. Winding down here. 20 minutes till closing time. Only 20 seconds till timer runs out here. No improvement from Mr. Racing. Let's see if Maverick.
Down for Maverick as well. I think if you're not up in that first sector, it's going to be hard pressed to make up time in the second sector with the beginnings of the tire wear that you're seeing, unless you've got some large mistake that you can avoid from your best lap. I think you're really counting on the first and last sectors to help you out with, the reduced fuel weight.
No improvement for Mr. Racing.
Using all the track there for Maverick. Okay. So it went from being down a tenth to up almost 2 tenths. So not surprisingly, I did not know what I was talking about. That's par for the course most of the time.
It does suffer a little bit on top. It does suffer a little bit on top end compared to the RCZ. It's a couple miles, 1 or 2 mile an hour shorter.
Oh wow!
Wow! Didn't expect that there.
That was a dead repeat. Last lap is exact match from his fastest lap. So coming in at 2 minutes 17 seconds, .889, roasting lap. Sliding into P2 for Group 3 as S7R Mr. Racing 40. Making the most of his additional opportunity there. Good job. And then we got NVR Maverick in the Citroen coming in at 2 minutes 18.966 seconds, which is, I think, a solid lap in that car. So 2 really good laps. Great job from both of them.
I'm guessing that's the last of the GR3s that we'll see also.
Yeah. Probably have one more Group 1 session.
Yeah, because I know it looks like Florinota's in the lobby. He's a Group 1 driver.
Florinota. Hot pink. I like it.
16 minutes left before 10. This is going to be the end of it.
Shaggy's making it happen, Cap'n.
I'd expect a low 202 out of Florinota.
Yeah, Florinota's been showing up big time. Now, Nuke, have you tried, as a NASCAR fan, have you tried NASCAR 25?
I have not, and the only reason is this time. I spend so much time. I'm running like 3-4 different leagues and stuff like that, and so it's just the time. I'd rather try to be the best I can at one and instead of half-ass at 2 or 3. So
yeah,
so
that
no,
makes sense.
I haven't.
Yeah, it's not a good game, but it's fun, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there's a couple of our guys that have played it, and they seem to cackle and have fun with it,
Exactly. If you're on controller, I think it's a really good controller-based game. Ooh, unfortunate Florinota pushing it too hard.
I wonder if he's going to have the wid factor now.
Yeah, I think that could have been intentional there.
I want to be like Wid.
Look at me now, Dad.
If I bin it on the outlap, maybe that'll help.
Yeah, we do the NASCAR lobbies on Thursdays when I'm not busy, and the lobbies are a lot of fun because you can fill it with AI, and the AI is crazy aggressive, and so it's like you get these wild races with all these cautions, and it's a lot of fun. But for serious racing, I don't know about that. But I don't follow NASCAR nearly close enough, and the people who race with me are big NASCAR fans, and so it's always fun. They're always excited when we do certain tracks and stuff. Red Bull Florinota. Like a Miami Grand Prix livery right there.
Yeah. It's a pretty good looking livery.
Oh, yeah. I lucked out. I moved to San Antonio, I don't know, 13 so years ago. And learned to, became a Spurs fan as one does in this part of the world. And then to find out that they have Fiesta colors that are teal, pink, and orange. I'm like, yeah, let's go. These are my favorites.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Fiesta colors for the Spurs?
NBA basketball. So they're silver and black, but
Yeah.
San Antonio has Fiesta, and Fiesta, the colors are it's like an orangish yellow, a turquoise teal, and like a bright pink color. And so for a lot of the year, they wear Fiesta jerseys, which are the brightly
You
colored
do?
jerseys for the basketball team.
Okay, I did not know that.
Now you know.
Yep. Learning all kinds of things tonight. So Florinota's, he seems to be having a little bit of trouble controlling the car. So, you know, maybe he hasn't done a lot of practice laps, still trying to get his feel dialed in. I don't think this is going to be the lap he's looking for here.
No, he had some opportunities there at the end of sector 2, right where he wrecked the first time. He's done a fair bit of practice though. The 203 was at 203.8 with a significant slip in sector 2. So we should expect to see a big improvement from him.
Yeah, I think we saw him lose at least a second on that lap.
Yeah.
What are we seeing the cutoff for split one, Nuke?
For group ones, the cutoff is right now is at hot air at a 202.861 is what I got.
202.861. All right.
Yeah, I've got Wid, T-Spap, Jeffrey, McNaughty, Flux, Mr. Casual on hot air right now.
Right on. Our graphics are not currently being updated, so wanted to make sure chat was up and aware as Jeffrey hopped in the chat.
I said before we started, I said it wouldn't surprise me to see Florinota run a low 202. He's got to get a consistent lap in here to do that, though.
He's got the ability, but can he pull it off?
I have faith.
I'm
That
a
turn right there,
believer.
that turn right there has been his Achilles heel. He got through it.
Now he got a good exit. Can he get the power down? This is where you can make up so much time.
Yeah, coming through that last checkpoint, I would have expected to see him up higher, up more than, 700s.
Into the pits, surprised. We all are.
All right, it's showtime now.
Wait, why he didn't? Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. It's the
Thought he
other
did a
layout.
drive-through?
We haven't watched any pits yet, and I was like, "What is going on?" And then I realized, no, this is the 24-hour. He's got to get to the other side.
It was earlier tonight. I saw somebody else do that, and it was one of the Group 3 cars, and I was like, "What is going on?"
What
and
is going
So
on?
it caught me too.
It's like the tires haven't changed. What is he doing?
Just needed a break. Just needed to,
Just,
regain
woo!
composure.
His dog needed to go out real quick. All right, so
We have an outlap benchmark, right? Where we saw Wood run a 148 on his outlap. I guess we won't get that here though in the pit. So.
Yeah, no.
No. 2 minutes to go, so he'll have just enough time to get that flyer in. Now, do either of you do a lot of prep stuff on your out laps, or are you just getting the out lap done? I know some people have tire data and are trying to achieve things, but I'm curious. Both y'all are quicker than me, so what do you like to do on your out lap there, Duke?
Kind of depends on the track. I mean, if it's one of those flow rhythm tracks, I'll try to really get in my rhythm, right off the bat. I don't worry about trying to quote heat up the tires per se. Um, the only other thing I'll do is, depending on again what circuit it is, I'll try to burn fuel.
Yeah, that is, yeah, depending on what the fuel and tire settings are for the race, that's a big one for me. Is I'm usually just trying to burn the crap out of the fuel on that out lap, and I also don't really worry too much about the tire temps. I can feel in my tires kind of where the grip's at, but in my experience, and there's probably others who maybe disagree, but on almost all tracks, if you're trying to move with some pace on that out lap and burning your fuel, your tires are going to be plenty warm by the time you get around the track. So because we've got tire multipliers and stuff on, so I'm just trying to burn the fuel if that's if the fuel's going to be a factor. The only time where that would be an exception would be like a week like this week, where if you don't really push it to get good lap times, you could have one little mistake, and if you go into a pit, you're not going to have enough time for that fifth hot lap. So in that case, I might just say, you know what, I want to make sure that I get enough time for my hot lap. I'm not going to screw around too much with trying to, really rev the car out, in a ridiculous manner. But if I've got plenty of time, I'm going to rev it out like I'm stupid. I'll be banging the limiter and stuff. So that's kind of my approach.
Interesting. Yeah, I learned about the he runs wide there. I learned about the revving it out from Hako Season 1 NRL. We called it the Hako strat, as he proceeded to do his entire outlap in first gear and just burn all the fuel off of the car. But he's still purple after running wide there. That is incredible.
Surprised he didn't pick up a pen.
Yeah, that's why I was replaying it.
That had to still be costly in terms of time, though. I mean, tires are going to be dirty. You slow down on that green stuff. But, good pickup regardless. 6/10 up.
3.227.
Right. So did I just see Ecstasy has joined the room as well?
And Cornbread. So we might get one more. It's
Cornbread's
technically before 10, so.
Cornbread's a GR3 rerun, I think.
Yep.
Which I think was the precedent for Mr. Racing. Getting his.
Yeah. There was some. I think it's different. I think there was some issues during Cornbread's quali session yesterday that led Shaggy to the decision to let him have another run at it. I don't want to speak for Shaggy. We'll let him explain it if he needs to, but yeah.
Looks like both
talking about
will run at the same time. Interesting.
Yeah. I know. You were talking about tire wear, tire data. We, depending on the race, you asked about our preps. There's some races that are real heavy, tire wear races. So we will be checking our tire data, and obviously, one of the things we look for right away is what our critical tire is. But we'll be looking for those turns that are heating up the tire the most, and then we'll start going to work, doing our homework on understanding how we can take that turn a little different, right?
Wow.
Sometimes you can just take that turn just a little slower or a different entry angle, and watch the tire data to see, what that tire temp is doing, and try to figure out the best way to manage that critical turn on your critical tire, right, to keep your tire temps down. And you know,
Yeah.
you could give up maybe a slight bit of lap time, but you could pick up a couple laps worth of tire
Yes.
wear,
Which
you
over
know,
your
and doing
overall
that,
race time is going to improve.
right, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
most
really
definitely.
interesting. The Florinota with a 203.227. We got
So
Cornbread
split
and
2 times.
Ecstasy. We're going to get Group 3 and Group 1 qualifying at the same time. This should be fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think it can work
On this
in
track,
5
for sure.
laps. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be just fine. But it'll be hard on our sides. Well, I'm hard for me in Q. I'm sure Nuke's going to be just fine figuring out how quickly Cornbread is actually going in relation to Group 1 cars, because our data is not going to reflect it accurately.
Yeah, good call, right? Yeah, we're not gonna.
It's going to say
Yep.
he's 22 seconds off of the fastest lap, but what does that mean?
He's only got one choice then. Just be faster than Ecstasy.
Exactly.
No excuses.
Do it. Take pole position.
Yep, I want to see a sub 2-minute lap out of Cornbread.
Should be playing a song right now.
Right? VIP's got all the songs these days.
Yeah. I listened to a bunch of the songs that the crawler put out. Yeah, I enjoyed them. They were pretty good.
Oh yeah, they're fun. They are fun for sure. I got a tickle out of his last one.
Feel like I'm missing out.
Yeah, DeCrawler, part of VIP, he's been doing AI generated songs for all the VIP crew. It's been fun.
I think he does the music, or he does the lyrics, right? And then
well, like you put it into you put in the gist of it, and then it kind of puts it all out. But does he do he does more than that? Then.
Yeah, I talked to him a little bit about it.
So he
when
comes
put
up
that
with
last,
it. Yeah.
When he put that last song out. Let's see if I can find the chat. Because I reached out to him because my son does music, right? I was telling you that earlier.
Yeah.
And so he does all his own. He doesn't do lyrics to his songs. It's all just all music. But it's all his music. I mean, there's nothing AI about it.
Yeah.
He creates all of his own through FL Studios. He creates all of his own synths, but a lot of the guitar and percussion stuff he's actually playing. So
that's awesome. I played clarinet all from 3rd grade up until college, and then I'm self-taught on guitar and like piano and bass. But I enjoy tinkering with the instruments more so than I am skilled enough to play them all. But I love music.
he said he writes all his own lyrics, edits the beats, and uses.
Oh, that's way better. That I didn't even realize that. That's awesome, DeCrawler. Shout out to DeCrawler putting in work. So your son does
from just generating the song in AI. And
just typing in the theme essentially.
Yeah, that's impressive.
What else? So your son plays guitar, drums. Sounds like he does
piano.
Piano.
Yeah, pretty much anything percussion.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was like one of the musicians who could also do percussion versus the percussionist who could do everything else. And it was like my brother's more of the percussionist who can do everything else. And it's like, man, that must be nice. It's like I can do those other things and kind of do percussion, but not in the same way. The ease is not there.
Well, Well, as someone who can't barely do any of it, hardly do any of it, I envy all of you.
Yeah, music. I've
Three,
like I
four.
taught myself guitar, and then I started like there's a flea market right by my house, and I bought a cheap guitar from the 80s that was made in Korea, and it turned out to have these super nice pickups in it, some DiMarzio pickups from the time period, made in the USA, and like I had old parts from a different guitar, and like I started getting into the, you know, customizing and building of guitars, and that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm still not good at playing them, but I like making them.
My son did some music once with Frank Stallone, so that's Sylvester Stallone's brother, and he makes a lot of guitars, and so he had sent this one guitar, I remember, to my son. His screen, or his, you know, his song name is Death Cab, but and with the stipulation that he just had to use it in one of his songs.
Yeah. Just use it once. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's so cool. There's a guy, he's been a subscriber and a friend for several years now. We met through doing lobbies, and he's a fellow Race A driver. But he spent a lot of his life as a luthier and has built several custom guitars. And he actually sent me on one of my first guitar projects. I paid him to do a custom wiring harness with all the pots and the capacitors and everything for a semi-hollow build that I was doing. And that was really cool to, you know, collaborate with somebody who knew what they were doing.
Right. Yeah.
So
See if SD improves here.
he had a couple of larger mishaps on that lap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you call a person who makes guitars?
A luthier.
Luthier?
Yeah.
Never heard that term before.
You need to start watching guitar YouTube, my friend.
I just need to get out more.
Yeah,
You're making me feel extremely uncultured tonight.
A luthier, yeah, that's a person who builds and works on guitars. And it's completely different from acoustic to electric, obviously. But it's interesting, it's fascinating. It's fun because, like, for me, I don't want to buy a $1,000 guitar, but I'll end up spending a total of $400 on a project guitar. Like, I'm fine with that. So I'll find an old guitar or a cheap guitar off Amazon, and then slowly put cool parts in it and have fun with it that way.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like I'm not good enough to have that expensive of a guitar, but I can make content and have fun with this cheap thing and learn in the process and get better.
So SSC looks like he's been pretty smooth this lap.
Yes, an improvement there, barely, and a penalty from Cornbread. I do love the lights on this car. I appreciate the vertical front and rear. Here we go, an improvement to a 3069. Cornbread still with that penalty. Not going to be able to improve.
We have plenty of time to get one more, though.
So at this point, are you thinking my lap's ruined? Do I now conserve tires, or do I continue to waste fuel? Or try to
At this point in the race, if that happens to me, I'm probably... It depends, again, how much of a factor rhythm is. on this track where rhythm is a big factor, I'm probably just going to try to conserve my rhythm. Yep, I'm going to serve my penalty. I've got one more lap to go. The last thing I want to do is throw off my rhythm for my last hot lap. So that's probably the approach I'm going to take, unless I feel really comfortable and confident. Switch over and just try to burn some extra fuel and take it easy. But yeah, it's probably just going to be maintain the rhythm. It's not a big deal. Chalk it up to a loss and try to be smooth the next lap.
Okay. Insight, good insight. We'll see where SSC is. They come around Sector 2 checkpoint. Down 8/10. Gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. I don't know that is provable upon.
Nah, you can't really make up 8/10 in the final sector unless you're making up a lap where there was a big mistake. And I didn't see anything 8/10 worthy. Of course, I've been wrong all night, so let's see it happen
Exactly.
again.
I'm not listening to you.
It's not gonna improve.
Not gonna improve. So it's all eyes on Cornbread. He had that penalty well into Sector 2.
It's our last session of the night, right?
This is it. We are. I made an exception to my exception of not making exceptions, and allowed it to go on, even though Shaggy can run lobbies as long as he wants. But as far as the broadcast goes, so all right, here we go. He's across the line. He's down half a second on his best time. So looking like his 2:19.119 will be the time that stands.
Well, still 2:19.1. That's not a bad lap for sure, especially in the Citroen.
Both of these guys are going to be split two times.
Really appreciate your insights tonight, Nuke.
Yeah.
Certainly keeping track of time helped, and just ended up to be really useful with the technical difficulties we had. So thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Appreciate you guys having me on.
Absolutely. All right, so that's it. SSC in the Group 1 9x8 with a 203.069. Where does that put him overall?
Mid-pack split 2.
Mid-pack split 2, and then Cornbread in the GT by Citroen with a 219.119.
Looks like the cutoff for split 1 GR1 was stayed at hot air at a 202.861.
So yes, check the Discord for all the updates on splits and times. You can find that in the link pinned in the chat, which will take you to papashouseofgame.com. From there, you can navigate. You guys know how to use the internet. You found us here, so you can figure that out. And join the Discord, please. Papa's House of Game is a great place. Their motto is great racers, better people. Papa's House of Games. I'm ready to call it a night. This was some good driving. We saw some crazy fast drivers. Before we call it a night, I want to say a big thank you to S7R's Nuke for joining us. And I'll let Nuke kind of close out his thoughts of tonight's qualifying and anything else he wants to share with us.
Well, again, appreciate you guys having me on. It was interesting looking at things from this perspective. Pretty well played out, kind of how we thought, I think, with most of the drivers. Good run by Wood again. Teasbap strong, Jeffrey strong, so those are all good times. I'm curious how the FAP is going to run in the race versus the newer Peugeot, so that'll be an interesting play. Just want to appreciate all my team folks from Sector 7. It's a good bunch of guys. We're a band of brothers. We, watch out for each other. And I mentioned it earlier about with Cole Trickle. Just he's on our hearts right now, and just wish him well and get back to health. And I know he's probably not watching this tonight, but he better not be. We better be resting. But we'll be there to support him when the time comes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Nuke. Great to have you. And Q, welcome back to the booth, and thank you for joining us again. Your thoughts on this evening?
Well, I don't know that I can say anything any better than Nuke. I mean, it was awesome getting your insight all night, Nuke, and your help turned out to be super timely and just great conversation. So thanks a lot. It was good to get to spend a little time with you. You know, saw a lot of Group 3 drivers tonight. I don't know the count, but probably as much as we did last night or close to it. So that's good to see. So I think we should get, at least 3 full lobbies. Maybe not a ton of surprises, but, Mr. Racing's time was very, very quick. So that was interesting to see, good to see. But otherwise, just really enjoyed the discussion. TK's great job as always leading the broadcast. Appreciate everything you do. So thanks for having me.
Thank you. Yes, great stuff, everyone. Again, we'll be back Friday night races, and then there'll be races on Saturday as well. It's going to be a doozy. And it's going to be interesting, as Nuke said, to see how these other cars stack up against the majorities here. But that's all we have for you tonight. Big thanks to Shaggy for putting this on, Papa for being the proprietor, Salamander for really spearheading this production side of things, and we hope everyone has a good night, and we will see y'all later.
Well, PHG family, you stayed to the last lap. Hands up, screens up. One more time for the ride. Turn tonight. You held the line with me through red flags and green light.
Pit lane stories, full gas, hearts. We chase that finish sound.
Now the last spring fades away,
but we ain't slowing down.
Hear that engine call.
One more roll of thunder.
Keep that fire in your chest.
We're going back under.
PHG World Series Season 4.
We were born for more. Until next time.
We hit the floor, we hit the floor.
PHG World Series Season 4. Keep that engine roar. Until next time.
We run it back once more.
You saw the slide, you saw the save.
You saw the last lap grin.
Every wheel to wheel, every close call.
We felt you leaning in.
The checkered flag don't mean goodbye, just means the night went wild.
Save that spot for the next green. We'll meet you in a while.
When the lights go low and the final screen is glowing,
All that talk, all that heat.
still keeps the whole room flowing.
PHG World Series Season 4.
We were born for more. Until next time.
We hit the floor, we hit the floor.
PHG World Series Season 4. Keep that engine roar. Until next time.
We run it back once more. Tell every driver who clipped the apex, to every viewer who called the move before it happened, to every late night legend who stayed until the end, you made this more than a race.
You made it a room. You made it a ritual. You made it a reason to come back hungry.
When the helmets come off, the story still rolls.
When the track goes quiet, we still hear you.
So keep your colors ready,
Keep your flag high.
keep your friends close,
Keep your timing sharp.
because the next start line is already waiting on us.
Slow it down, let it breathe. Then we rise like a fire. Hands together, heart to heart. Then we climb even higher.
PHG World Series Season 4.
We were born for more. Until next time, until next time.
We hit the floor, we hit the floor.
PHG World Series Season 4. Keep that engine roar. Until next time, until next time.
We run it back once more.
Until next time.
Keep the pedal down.
Keep the dream alive.
See you on the grid.
Same drive. Until next time.
Well, PHG family, you stayed to the last lap. Hands up, screens up. One more time for the ride. Woo! Burn rubber on the screen through every turn tonight. You held the line with me through red flags and green light.
Pit lane stories, full gas hearts. We chase that finish sound.
Now the last spring fades away.
But we ain't slowing down.
Hear that engine call.
One more roll of thunder.
Keep that fire in your chest.
We're going back under.
PHG World Series Season 4.
We were born for more. Until next time, until next time.
We hit the floor, we hit the floor.
PHG World Series Season 4. Keep that engine roar. Until next time, until next time.
We run it back once more.
You saw the slide, you saw the save.
You saw the last lap grin.
Every wheel to wheel, every close call.
We felt you leaning in.
The checkered flag don't mean goodbye, just means the night went wild.
Save that spot for the next green. We'll meet you in a while.
When the lights go low and the final screen is glowing,
All that talk, all that heat.
still keeps the whole room flowing.
PHG World Series Season 4.
We were born for more. Until next time, until next time.
We hit the floor, we hit the floor.
PHG World Series Season 4. Keep that engine roar. Until next time, until next time.
We run it back once more. To every driver who clipped the apex, to every viewer who called the move before it happened, to every late night legend who stayed until the end, you made this more than a race.
You made it a room. You made it a ritual. You made it a reason to come back hungry.
When the helmets come off, the story still rolls.
When the track goes quiet, we still hear you.
So keep your colors ready,
Keep your flag high,
keep your friends close.
keep your timing sharp.